Oh, you signed. Did you
Yeah,
put
I
in the
did it. I
one?
did it.
Yeah. No, no, he did it like they do in the news. He counted down, but he
Yeah.
only
See,
get the fingers for the
I
one.
I
here's
did
the
it like
problem.
the
We
day
can't see
nines.
fingers.
I
We
know.
can't see
But
fingers, so we're
but
just
I
like,
missed
are we?
my cue.
I did it like the day nines. He's a cool guy.
I don't know
Squee,
who the
we'll
fuck
do
that
it live.
is.
We'll
He
do it live.
he plays a lot of StarCraft and
Yeah.
Well, that's his first problem.
Hearthstone. Hey.
Okay.
All right, anywho.
Hi everyone. Welcome to session 6.
Hello.
First things first. Before we do anything else, I need someone to roll me a D100.
Okay, wait. Dibs.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
I love rolling dice. I got
Oh, good.
77.
All right. Now. Yes. Anyone?
You're dead.
Byrne, I think you had concerns.
Hmm?
You had.
Oh, right. So, because this plan of action with all the pirates and everything seems like it's not going to be over within a couple of days, like we originally figured it might be, how much would it be to actually fix up the place and stock it? The place being the shop that we all own.
Right.
So I want to bring up a question in character. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to be shopkeepers now? Because if we are, then we're going to be tied down to the actual storefront itself, and we'll have to sell goods, right?
Yeah.
And if we're not going to be shopkeepers, then there's no point in buying stuff that's not going to be sold, and then we have to worry about it once our little escapade is over. I would recommend a halfway because we want to go out and be able to do other stuff too, right?
Yeah, we definitely
Like we
do.
want to go out and deliver that medicine, right? We might want to go out and follow up on some other opportunities. And we want to have the freedom for that. So I say we dress up the store and we make it look good, but we don't open it to the general public. There are a lot of businesses who will only serve private clientele, right? They have nice displays, they have nice this, they have nice that, right? But they don't open it up to the general public. Maybe Black Metal Works could be something like that. That way we don't have to be there during business hours every single day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's a good
Well,
idea.
Um, okay, this was in character, so I should probably play as Lucas. So, well, since our first thing is probably not something we're going to sell and store in the first place, at least we have some time to decide if there's like another thing we want to do.
This is very true.
But that does sound like a pretty good plan if it goes any farther than this.
Yeah. Another option could be, well, maybe we could talk to Pa and have our store run kind of like how Hearts is run.
Um, sure. Although I think the less we talk to Paul in regards to our business with these pirates, the better.
Yeah.
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. And we're starting to walk some serious lines. I mean,
Yeah, we are.
listen to these guys. They fucking kill a bunch of people. Realistically, we should just kill them all and not worry about it, but we're playing the long con, right? So all we can do is just lessen the damage of what they're doing, which is why, and Xavier will kick some of the medical crates, why I say we definitely deliver this to who needs it at no charge to at
Yeah.
least lessen that blow. But Lucas is right. We can debate on, or we can specify on exactly what we want to do and what we want to have Black Metal Works look like when we get back to Frontier.
Yeah.
But since our good friends aren't tracking us that we know of, I suggest that he mentioned an old mining colony off in the Berber system.
Yeah.
I say we head off there, because, I mean, the sooner we get there, the better. Because I reckon they're going to need these things. I mean, you don't get biotics for diseases when they're not urgent.
Yeah. How long of a trip will it take to get there?
Well, we could.
Navigation.
Well, I'm asking because we still have all of these ladies aboard.
Oh yeah, we have to return the ladies first.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We only have 12 hours. So I guess we're heading back to Frontier Station right away. But
Yes.
Still, there is no great sense of urgency for the shop.
In fact, we can even, unless you guys don't want to, we could speed it along a little bit. Of you drop them off at Frontier Station. You can take that time to research the colony if you choose. I mean, we can slow this down if you want, but it seems like you guys have a plan of action. So if you're okay with it, I can basically we can drop them off. There's nothing really horrible that's going to happen on Frontier Station, and then you can get the information you need about that mining colony.
Okay.
Because that would simply be just a quick computer search away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tuck
Oh,
and roll, honey. Just tuck and roll.
I also have one really quick idea. Because we weren't actually able to bug the bridge with that tile. What do you guys think of actually bugging our loading bay?
Um.
Mhm. And your logic behind this is?
Well, in case we actually do have to do another, onboard thing where we go to their ship and we talk and all that, if they send people over to our ship, we'll at least be able to get that part of the conversation.
Well, we won't be doing that. We won't be letting people over like that, will we?
Hold up a second. It could be advantageous to have one of our own areas bugged. Say, for example, I wanted to pretend I had a private conversation, right, with somebody, right? So I take them into the supply ring. It's my place. Why would I bug my own place, right? Although people do it, and then we have it recorded. It's useful not only for sending to the authorities. It's a lot more useful for blackmail.
Yep.
So it's not a bad idea.
Okay, now
Plus,
I see.
we just have a tile sitting around not doing anything, so figured why not.
Inferno, give me a excuse me, read sensory equipment check. Or yeah, we'll go with that one.
I have also space navigation.
No, read sensory equipment. This is a little different.
Okay. It's 5% stronger now.
Woo!
Under 40? Yeah.
Nice.
You would know enough about the ship's systems that if you're bugging your own ship and there's not a sense of urgency or stealth that you need to worry about, you could actually wire it into a wall so that it stays charged. It actually draws from the ship's own power so that it could record pretty much as long as it has memory to record.
I communicate this knowledge to my teammates.
That sounds perfect.
I don't know how to do it without electrocuting myself. This is all theoretical. I don't know how to tap it into the system, and goodness knows after what Hart's been doing to it, I might electrocute myself. But then if you have that particular skill set, I'll hand it into your able hands.
Well, as much as I don't know about the item itself, I could probably install it, maybe.
Well, we also want to make sure it has power in perpetuity. So does anyone know how to use, well, I don't know, electronics?
I know basic electronics.
Okay.
Is it a robot horse?
No, Xavier says, and he looks down at the tile. It's a surveillance tile.
Yeah, then I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Okay. So
Okay.
Xavier
Well,
will give it...
we can figure that out later then, I guess. But
No,
that should.
well, if you said you could do it, Isaac, then why don't you do it?
Yeah, I could give it a whack.
I'll
Okay.
assist. I'll come with you. I'll assist. I'll help.
Yeah.
Sure.
It would be better
I'll
if you
just
were.
start driving us to Frontier Station.
Yeah,
when you guys
here
work
we
that
go.
out.
Yeah.
Find a good place, and my recommendation is please don't put it through any of the air ducts. We only want to listen into this area. I think we'd all want to respect each other's privacy, not to have this listening device and listen to our own private rooms or any other section of the ship, right?
Oh, we'll
Yeah.
isolate it to one specific area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Docking bay. Excellent.
Okay.
And I will go to, I will not invite any ladies. I'm sure they are exhausted after partying. So, in fact, I would suggest maybe we plant this bug maybe when there aren't a lot of people in our
Yeah,
shack.
after we drop them off.
All right. All right.
I'll start heading this towards Frontier Station. Heading us towards Frontier Station.
Okay. You return to Frontier Station with really no big problems, issues there. No, I don't really have any interactions or anything planned. So you would dock at Frontier Station. Your call. You can dock. Oh, yes.
Sir, no, keep going.
I was gonna say you can dock in Cargo Bay 6 and pay half the docking fee, or another cargo bay and pay the full 6,000 or 3,000 credits, your choice.
I have a question for you. Which is closer to main arteries of traffic, foot traffic?
Well, most docking bays are. It is a cylinder
Okay.
shape, and the docking
Between
bays
the
are
two,
all
which
between
is
the-
more?
I'd say at the moment docking bay 6.
Great. And once we arrive there, how much more time do we have with these ladies?
Well, how long did the party go? Did we ever
said it was
say?
a couple hours.
Right.
Yeah, so
A
we have
couple hours.
10.
So we have if it was 12 hours rent, it took an hour to get there, an hour to come back, a couple hours. We'll round it up to 3. That's only 5 hours, right? 5 out of 12 hours?
Right.
Yeah.
So we still have these ladies for 7 more hours?
Yeah.
Guys, why don't we make some extra money? Let's
How?
find some guys. Let's find some guys, some lonely guys, maybe some lonely girls, whomever, I won't judge. And we take them on what we call a little pleasure spin, where they come in, they pick their lady, I take a couple spins around Frontier Station, and we make some money.
I'm going to just point out that Bob is not going to allow you to do
Bob
his
doesn't
job.
need to know.
He's there. Oh,
No,
not
he's
there.
No, he's
not.
there.
not.
Oh my God, he's not there. I am sorry. I completely forgot he wasn't even there. My apologies. Continue.
But they're under our dime. We've paid for their time. They're happy to entertain our friends. We're just going to make some new friends really quickly who happen to have credits.
Is this what you humans do to each other?
No, this is what I do to try to cover some costs that we've had. And I mean, they're very nice ladies.
I'm not entirely sure that we should do that, just
Why not?
because it may piss off Madam Bob.
Why? Does Madam Bob need to know exactly what we do? We're not going to be abusing them. We're not going to be hurting them. We're going to be doing the very opposite.
Well, we might not tell him, but the ladies probably will.
Tell him what? That we told him that we were hosting a party for some friends and they were going to be entertainment. Like I said, we'll just introduce all new people here as our friends. He's my friend. This is my friend Charles. We're doing some private parties now instead of a big get-together. They don't care. They were getting paid either way. Come on, we can make some, at least, we could probably make quite a few credits in a small period of time, at least some spending money. If we want to set up a new shop and whatnot, we are getting a lot, and if we're not selling these medical supplies, I mean, we need some form of income, right?
Do you guys think? Do you guys think that we can set up maybe like a circus a little bit and have
Sure,
have some
okay.
dancers and yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, traveling pleasure circus.
That
Pleasuring-
too, sure.
I still don't think that Bob will like the fact that
Listen,
we're making money off of them.
Isaac, Bob won't know. As long as you don't tell him and I don't tell him and Lucas doesn't tell him and Talabak doesn't tell him, Bob will never know, right?
Are you sure that the ladies won't tell him?
What are they going to tell him? Let's role play this, shall we? So, well, I'll you be one of the ladies, I'll be Bob, right? What would you know? What? So, um, hi, hi, hi there, Sally. What happened? Did everything go okay?
He's just gonna stare at you.
The ladies will tell him that us took some guys on the ship and we had sex with them. That's what they'll say.
I think it's a bizarre human custom, but if it makes
Okay,
money,
listen. Here's the thing. We can either cut our losses and lose 7 hours worth of entertainment time, or we can cover our costs. Let's not talk this thing to death. Let's just put it up for a vote, okay? Group money, group decision.
Well, if you want a discount, I may be able to convince Bob that we cut off the time a few hours earlier. Maybe get a refund.
I don't know if there's a lot of refunds that happen in whorehouses, to tell you the truth, but it's worth a shot. I say we give it a shot if we all say no to my proposal.
well, if it makes more money, well then I'm in.
Okay, so I got one for Talabak. I'm obviously voting yes. Lucas, Isaac, if it's a tie, then we flip a coin.
I'd have to talk to the ladies about it.
What would you have to confer with them about?
If they wanted to or not.
Okay, with all due respect, we're paying for their time.
True.
So what are we supposed to ask them? Is it okay if we take a couple spins around Frontier Station and you meet some new fellows? And Xavier will lower his voice. They're whores. I don't think they're gonna care. That's the whole idea. That's why they're, prostitutes. They don't tend to be picky as long as they're not harmed in any way or put in a situation that distresses them. This will be a very familiar position that they're going to be in. I feel like I'm the only one who's really, really up for this. I thought I met some compatriots, some individuals who wanted to make money and find our fortune.
God, I want to make some money.
Yeah.
So, I'm generally up for this. Like, the only problem would be if the girls would have a problem with it. Because if the girls have a problem with it, they're definitely going to voice it to
Okay.
the big guy.
You know what? All right. To assay your fears there, Lucas, let's have a chat with them. I'll talk with them if that's okay by you guys. Let's make sure this is all in the up and up, so to speak.
Sure.
Okay. So, I'll go to where the ladies are resting and hanging out on our ship, all right? I'll say, is it okay if I take lead on this? Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I'll talk to Sally and Felicity and Serena and the other, and the fellow, too, that we have. So they say, ladies, gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for your participation for our clients there. I know they're kind of rough around the edges, but they were very, very satisfied. Now, we have some private clients that we want to entertain that we're going to kind of just take a few spins around Frontier Station. They'll come in, they'll see how things are. They'll spend some time with you as well. They'll drink this, what beer that we have left over and all that good stuff. And we just have some one-on-one clientele that we want to impress with your talents. Is that okay by you?
Sally, who you can tell she's kind of like the spokeswoman for them, says, "Oh, I don't see a problem really. You've paid for several more hours, as long as they aren't too seedy.
No. We'll make sure. Honestly, probably the seediest and the perviest you've already dealt with, right? So we'll make sure. And of course, we honor the same agreement, right? You deserve respect, and we're not going to. None of our clients uh, will have abuse in their hearts, and certainly, well, we hope they won't. And if they do, then we'll throw them out the airlock. Sound fair enough?
I don't I don't see any problem with it.
And I'm sorry, Zach. Xavier will smile over to Lucas. Oh, there we go.
Lucas is giving a doofy smile and two thumbs up.
There we go. Fantastic. Well, you continue to relax there, and we'll let you know what happens. So we'll once again reassemble. We'll say maybe in the cockpit or something like that, where it's private. They're fine with it. They're fine with us touring around Frontier Station and entertaining private guests.
All right.
Excellent. Now, for the sake of everybody, we don't have to roleplay the next 7 freaking hours, right? We can just roll some dice, come up with some money, maybe a few micro role plays. I'll leave it up to you, Squee, and everyone else, right? But this doesn't have to be a huge digression to the story that we want to make.
No, yeah, I'm fine with that. Unless you guys have any interactions you'd like to do, here's what I would suggest. Roll me, let's see, 7 hours. Roll me a d20.
Mm-hmm.
And then roll me. You know what? We'll do it this way. Someone roll me a d20. Inferno, you roll me a convince check. This is going to be to simulate you talking people.
To people, yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say. Yeah. Now, does anyone else want to do some impromptu marketing work, for lack of a better word?
No.
Mm-mm.
Lucas?
He just if he had a stage maybe.
Stage is too. I think Xavier would talk down stage. Unfortunately, that's calling too much attention. So I guess it'll just be Xavier being the temporary pimp. I succeed by 10.
Okay.
I have a 70% trust intimidate.
All right. So basically, you convince 14 people.
Sweet.
So and for basically, I guess about half an hour a piece.
Sure.
You're looking at. Did a nice convince check. Crap, I should have written this down somewhere. Do you guys remember how much you paid for the ladies for 12 hours?
No.
For 12 hours?
Yeah, for the 12 hours.
Yeah,
I think
it was he charged us 1,200 per lady per hour.
Right. All right. So you managed to convince them about the same rate, about 600 for half an hour.
Nice. Okay.
Now I need one more person to roll me a D100.
I'll do it.
Okay. Let's see here. So it goes well until about the last hour. So you've gotten. Hang on, let me do some quick calculating. You guys get 8,400 credits.
Sweet.
In the last hour or so, Sally actually marches right up to you, dragging the man that she was sharing with.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Do you know what this man just told me?"
If it's something really filthy, I don't want to hear it.
He
Xavier
said
says with a
it
smile.
was the best 600 credits he'd ever paid that smuggler.
Smuggler? Xavier will look around.
I assume he meant you. Were you selling us?
No, not at all, Xavier will say. I don't know this fellow is a reference that we got from one of our clientele. Maybe our clients are selling our references. That'd be awful. I'll look into it if you like. If you're upset, I'll give you the money instead.
Nice. You roll me a convince check.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh,
I
shit.
failed by 8.
Oh, shit.
Okay, she looks at you for a long time, and she says, I think our time is done. I think we're going to be going, and I think it would be best if you didn't request our services again.
Okay. I think you're blowing this a little out of proportion, but I'm not going to keep you here against your will or anything like that. I'll dial this right back to Frontier Station. We'll finish things off. We'll forget about this last hour, and all will be well. We'll leave in good company. But I mean, just keep an open mind here. This is not something that I expected. And I hope you don't just jump to any sort of really violent conclusions. Because I don't want to either.
She considers you for a long time. Let me think, because this is Sally.
It is Sally. We've known each other, carnally before.
Right. So she says this. She looks at you for a long time. And then she says...
I fucked this woman, okay?
She says,
Idiot.
Xavier. Would you have used Xavier
No.
as your name?
No.
What
No,
would you
I
have
would have
used?
used Amston the shark.
Oh, right. Anston. Okay. So
Because
she
I'm
would say,
blonde right now.
she would say, Anston, I want to believe you, but I don't. I won't say anything to Bob because I wouldn't want to hurt that pretty face of yours.
Thank you.
But... And then she kind of hesitates and she says, you have one more chance to come clean with me, or I don't want to see you again.
Okay, so Xavier is gonna give a big sigh and he says, "Okay, can we talk privately? Can we get rid of this guy so just you and I can talk for a moment?"
She kind of shoos the guy off, like as if he should have already known this.
Okay. So Xavier will sit down with her. He'll get her a seat, maybe the co-pilot seat or whatever. He'll sit her down and he'll be like, "Listen, okay. You're right. I wasn't being entirely truthful for you, but it's still not as bad as you think. We've had some tough times with our business, okay? And um, we're trying to drum up new clients. And I wasn't entirely honest. I said these guys were clients that we already had, but they're not. They're clients that we want to get. And some of them started bidding for the chance to spend time with you, and who's to say I was to stop them, right? So yeah, I know this looks a little bad because we're making money on something that we paid Bob for, but if you could find it in your heart to understand that we're just trying to, this is a cutthroat business, especially on Frontier Station. New businesses, they get swallowed up within the week, right? So we did take advantage. Listen, it's not fair. Could we maybe split what we did make from these guys between you and me, maybe? And just keep this a secret?
Sally puts a finger to your lips and then says, "You stupid man, do you have any idea what Bob would have done to you if he found out? He's a nice guy, but..."
I know.
Look,
I know. That's why I'm trusting you, Xavier says.
She says, "Just keep the money."
We won't do anything like this again.
She reaches back and slaps you hard and says, "Bad boy." And then she stands up and she says, "We're going." And then as she starts walking out, she looks over her shoulder and says, "See you later."
Okay. Just don't slap me so hard next time. At least not on these cheeks.
So some smooth talking.
Thank you. It's what I do. It's all I can do. I can attack twice per melee, and I can kind of fly this ship. That's pretty much all I can do. Can't cast magic, can't do psionics. I can just bullshit really well. I kind of love this character in the fact that his power is words. So if you ever want to strip me of my power, just make me mute, and then I'm
Make
fine.
you mute.
Yep.
Have someone punch you in the throat. All right.
Yep.
So the girls go off. You guys keep the 8,400.
Sweet.
So you
Let's
did
add
make
that to
back
the
a
group
little
loot.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Um,
it's 8,400 we didn't have before.
How many times did we have to dock?
Just once.
Just once?
Oh,
Okay.
oh, yeah. I mean, unless I'm misunderstanding, were you docking and then redocking somewhere else and
If
then redocking
necessary. But if we got all our clientele on the first go, then great.
Yeah, we'll keep it simple. We'll just say 6,000, for a docking fee.
Okay.
In fact, I think that
6,000 for a docking fee.
yeah, unless you go to docking bay 6.
Oh, God.
But we're gonna assume that you went to say more than one docking bay. Here's what we'll say, and this actually makes sense. Because I could see ships having to go to more than one docking bay to drop things off on Frontier Station. It's like 6,000 credits.
For a pass.
Yeah, for a pass, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so see, at the very least, I just saved us our docking fee plus, drinking money. 2,200. That's not bad.
It's pretty good.
All right, so they go off, and is it safe to say someone would have looked up that mining station on a computer terminal at some point, or?
I think that's very fair to say.
Okay. You find that the only thing that matches your description is actually, it's not hard to find. The pirates were a little bit off in where the mining colony was located, not unusual. But there is a mining colony in the Hendrix system that is suffering from something called Congo-Crimean hemorrhagic dementia fever,
Jesus Christ.
also known as bloody laughter.
Oh.
Would you like a description that the terminal would give you?
No. I'll just take that description of the name at face value.
If you're the one looking it up, then I'll leave it into your able cowboy hands.
Yeah, I can look it up. I got computer operation.
All right. You would find that the antibiotics that you have is the only real antibiotic that can treat this sickness.
Yeah, this Ebola-like sickness. Fantastic. Yeah.
And the Hendrix system is about, hang on, sorry. No, I'm sorry. Whoa, about 170 light years away.
Okay, so that's 170 hours. I'm just gonna calculate it. That'll take a week. One trip.
Okay. Well, it is what it is, Xavier
Yeah.
says.
If they're not all
Let's-
dead by the time we get there.
That's optimistic.
Yeah.
He says as he installs that tile.
Yeah. I'd also like to help wire it, if I can.
More hands, the better.
Yeah. Squee? In fact, I'll just wire it, if that's fine. Do you need me to make a roll or anything?
You've got a week. What's your skill in it?
My skill in basic electronics is 64%.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for that. I mean, if you fail, you just do it again. You've got a week.
Yeah.
And it's not like there's a lot to do on the ship. So.
Yeah. Unless I get electrocuted, and I take half damage from all electricity.
So I'm just going to. We'll say that you sooner or later you get it hooked up.
All right, let's give it a test run.
Yeah.
Just say some stuff.
Let's
Everyone stands in silence as I'm
Hello?
flying the ship.
Testing.
things.
That's good. Okay, let's play it back.
Yeah. Let's play it back. Does it work, Squee?
Hello, testing, things. It looks like it's working.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right. And then we venture off
Mm.
for a week.
Out of curiosity, Squee,
Mm-hmm.
with Bonnie there, old Will Bonnie, he said he'd contact us when then they have another job, right?
Correct.
Okay, how did they contact us last time?
They left a red card in the door frame of your store that basically had coordinates and stuff.
Uh-huh. Well, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to just hope they don't do that for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Listen, and we have a perfect cover story. I told him in order for him to make his money that we would have to go to where they're going. So we're going technically where they're going. So it's
Yeah.
not a lie. I told him there'd be expenses, which is why we didn't give him the full quoted price. So our cover story's just fine. It's just, and it's best that we all stick together in case something happens. I'd rather not have someone, left on Frontier Station on the possibility a red card's going to show up again.
Mm-hmm.
We'll explain it if we miss a call.
All right. So you guys head out, and you start heading towards the Hendrix system.
Mhm.
And about 3 days from Frontier Station, it's quiet. It's silent for a big time. You don't run into much. It's about 3 days from the station. Xavier, you start picking up a signal on the systems, and it's a broadcasted signal. It's one of the signals that's meant to be heard, so it's not hard to pick up or anything.
Okay.
And it comes in audio only. And it says, "Hello, ship. I see you there. Welcome to Vart's Traveling Medical Supplies. We sell medical supplies cheap. Take a stop and take a look at our goods. I promise you will not be disappointed."
Xavier will radio back. Is this a general transmission, or are you communicating with us directly there, sir?
You hear back, "Communicating with you and only you, my good man."
Well, unfortunately, I'm afraid we are not. We're not in the buying market. We're actually trying to find a route to deliver some much-needed relief to what's the name of the colony, Squee?
It's just the Hendrix colony in the Hendrix system.
The Hendrix colony in that system.
Yes, the bloody cough. I was on my way there myself. Well, you sure? I know a lot of ships like yours could certainly use their own medical supplies if they get banged up. Do you even have an infirmary? We have portable infirmaries.
Just a second. Let me just check with my crew. One moment. And Xavier will intercom or radio everyone else, informing them that we have a friendly ship who wants to sell some medical supplies. Would we care to shop?
I'll go to the cockpit where you're at.
I'll head up as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Me too.
we don't actually have an infirmary, or, well, we have the space for it. We just don't have any kind of medical anything.
True. I suppose that is handy to have, just in case. Does anyone know how to use any of this? See, because when I get hurt, I just go to a doctor, right? Because I can put a Band-Aid on myself, right? I know the very, very, very basics, but do any of you guys have medical knowledge? If we were to buy a portable infirmary, would you guys know how to use it?
Maybe he has something automated. Maybe he has something that we won't need to.
That's a good point, Televac.
Yeah. We can just, you know what I'm trying to get at here. Something automated. We can just go in and come out. You know.
Well, like I said a few days ago, before all this Black Metalworks shenanigans, or no, it was before we actually met with the pirates. Anyways, I know how to. I know light paramedic work, so I know how to do medical stuff.
All right. So shall I tell him we'll dock with him?
If you guys want to spend the money to get medical supplies, sure.
We may not have to spend any money. Wink.
We shall see. Wink. And Xavier will be like, conferring with my compatriots, we figure it won't hurt to stop and see what you have, right?
Fantastic. Just type in the coordinates. You'll see that my shields are down, my weapons are uncharged. Just don't blow me out of the sky. You're not pirates, are you?
Nope.
Uh,
If we were pirates, we probably wouldn't bother to be this polite.
uh, yeah, no, but seriously, I really hope you're not pirates.
Yeah, no, we're not. Have you had pirate troubles recently?
um, well, there's supposed to be a friend of mine meeting me here a few days back. Supposed to bring a shipment actually for where you're headed, but, well, they never made it, and you know what that means in this kind of world.
Oh,
Yes, I do. One moment. We'll swing on by. So, I'm gonna break communication with him,
yeah.
and I'm going to say to them, if we can come up with a convincing reason, we can just give them these supplies right off the get-go. Not have to worry about a thing.
In exchange for some nifty equipment.
So what do we say? We're salvagers? We
Yeah,
came across these?
we can be anything at any moment.
Okay.
I'm all right. I'm good. How about you guys?
Sure.
Lucas? Isaac? Yeah?
Guys are nuts.
Nuts, I know it is. It's quite ballsy, because if he says this, it is suspicious. Oh, hey, my friends aren't here. What? You're saying you have his supplies now, and you're saying you're not pirates? He's going to be instantaneously suspicious.
Well, you could just use that tongue of yours and say that we acquired it from someplace else, and that was that.
It's true. We could be. The best lies are sprinkled with truth.
Mm-hmm.
So we could say that we did come across these. We knew we could sell them, but we knew this was for a specific disease, so we couldn't profit by it. We'll give them to you. Yeah, I guess I could spin it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Let's do it.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
the one question is, let's do a bit of role playing again because I'm curious about this one thing.
Yeah.
He's gonna ask where we got this.
Floating in space after our signals showed up a fight nearby. A distress signal. We came too late. They're gone, dusted, but these are left over.
And what do you know?
It's almost exactly what happened, with the exception of we cut out the pirate middleman.
Yep.
Mhm.
Pirates don't exist in this equation.
Here's the thing. It's very simple. It'd be suspicious if we were trying to sell them to him, but we're gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
What kind of con artists, or what kind of thieves, or what kind of pirates just give medical supplies free willy-nilly? That will make things a lot easier.
That's very true. I did hear somebody say something about getting something in return though. That made me a little nervous. I've seen well, I've been in those situations. Usually they don't work out so well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just the thief in me, of course. But yes, if we can give them away of the kindness of our hearts, maybe we can be rewarded.
So a reward. That's what Talivac's hoping for, a reward. We'll see how kind-spirited this fellow is. Maybe if things go really well, we can lead him towards that. But we can't guarantee that he'll go with it. The important thing is that this is going to shave off days off of our trip.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
true.
It'll
Which in
potentially
itself
shave
is
off an
valuable.
entire week.
Yeah. 8 days to be specific. You're
Mhm.
right. Because they're only 3 days out. Okay.
Mhm.
So with that in mind, Xavier will move up to dock as per his request and line things up.
Okay. When you drop out, you see a ship that is painted all white. with a weird alien symbol that most of you, maybe Isaac might not know this, but it's generally, it's not like a cross, but it has the same purpose. It's an international symbol for medical assistance.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
And he, when you drop out, he guides you in, gives you the coordinates and exactly, how to rotate, et cetera, to dock,
Mm-hmm.
and attaches the seal and says, "Well, come on board."
Wonderful, wonderful. Before you show us what you got, there is something that you mentioned that really piqued our curiosity. Um, you said you were supposed to meet someone who was supposed to drop off some supplies for you, for that treated this bloody laughter disease.
Yes, a friend of mine. We, well, we're part of an intergalactic health organization.
Mm-hmm.
We are a nonprofit organization that tries to sell medical equipment to spacefarers like yourself a bit cheaper than you could find them elsewhere, and also to provide relief and medical supplies to other stations and colonies in need. We heard that the Hendrix mining colony was suffering from bloody cough, and well, he was
Huh.
supposed to bring a dose to help them.
Well, what does the medicine look like?
Well, and he would give you the dimensions.
And at this point, Xavier's gonna furrow his brow a little and think back and scratch his head, and he'll be like, "Geez, do you believe in fate?"
You just hear, no?
Well, well, you told us a little bit about yourself, and let me tell you about what we are. We're a combination scrap and I guess you could say distress call hunters. A lot of the times we kind of swoop in and listen for distress calls, and when someone come and when we pick one up, we try to help them out, right? Unfortunately, sometimes it's long after the fact, and all we can do is just salvage what's left over, right? Or report it to any sort of authorities that might be nearby. Actually, about 5 or so days ago, we were responding to the distress call, and we came across, unfortunately, the blasted remains of a white ship. And there was a little bit of cargo left over, so we decided to pick it up. We investigated what the cargo was, and turned out to be these antibiotics. We looked into it a little bit more, and it was for us. We figured it was for a very specific disease. We thought, well, we can't profit from this. This is awful. This is medicine. So we looked up at the closest colony that was offering this disease. And when we first talked, I said we were delivering medical supplies. We're delivering medical relief because that's what we wanted to do. Do you want to come check out what we picked up? If this is what you want, you can just take it. If this is what was expected, if, heavens forbid, your friends were attacked by someone and we picked up what was left, it's only right that you take it.
He, you hear a crackling back over the radio. Well, gosh, I mean, that's horrible and great news. Sure. Well, tell you what, you were gonna come over and look at my stuff anyway, right? Why
Mm-hmm.
don't you just bring it on over? We'll take a look at it, and I mean, yeah, I mean, they surely need it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll arrange that.
Yeah, let's pallet it up, put it on a dolly, and bring it over.
Okay.
I mean, if it's that easy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it wouldn't be
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Do that. Because I'm interested in seeing what they have too.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you put it on a pallet, and you kind of bring it over, and when the doors open, you see, um, it's definitely, he's not human. He is some
Okay.
form of alien. He is a bit shorter than you. He comes in at about 4 feet. He's got a chubby little face, and he's got a little pot belly, and he has two very large black eyes that have no pupil. They're just black orbs. that kind of glint in the light. It's still kind of possible to see where he's looking, mainly by how the light's reflecting off of how it moves. But the other notable thing is that he is a very light pink, and the ends of his fingers look more like suction cups.
Interesting. So he's not one of the known major races, correct?
Right. Well, no, he is a race that you would have come across before, but they're not very common.
Oh, great. Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
They're certainly not like the rough wolfen or
Wolven. Yeah.
Wolven. Yeah, sorry. Hang on. He is called a Chojey. Chojey.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
And when you come on over, he smiles broadly and opens his arms and says, "Ah, welcome, welcome, welcome."
Thank you. How very, very kind of you. Please. I suppose let's get the more urgent business out of the way before we peruse what you have. Come over here. Take a look at these crates. Let us know if this is what you were expecting.
Oh, yes, of course, of course. And he kind of goes over to the crates and then kind of stands over them and then looks at him for a little bit and then says, picks one up, examines it, and he says, "Oh, this is certainly it. Oh no.
What?
Oh, my poor friend."
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't know who would have the nerve to attack a medical ship, but if you, I don't know if you believe in fate, but there's this old idea of old saying that, what goes around comes around. Hopefully that'll happen to whoever killed your friend.
I just look at you, Xavier, and just kind of like give you a very, very slight grin.
Mm-hmm.
He nods and looks up and says, "It's horrible to think such thoughts, but I can't deny that sometimes." Well, anyway, they're here now,
Yeah.
and they can certainly. Well, I was headed that direction anyway. I can certainly bring it to them. They desperately need it. But on to more pleasant things. Come, take a
Sure.
look at my goods. I only
Great.
wish that I could offer them for free, but we have to run the business. However, someone roll me a D100, please.
Piph, you do
Okay.
it because you haven't rolled anything yet.
Okay. He says, "But I could offer you a 40% discount."
I find that incredibly generous. That's very kind.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Well, have a look at my my goods and give me a second while I shoot something over to you guys. Give me a second. Let me save this first, and you guys can go over this. I don't know if this is everything. This is just everything I've pulled together in the spur of the moment. All right. He says, I should point out our crowning jewel," and he points to two what look like standing glass tanks. There's nothing in them, but they're very they're cylindrical. They have several tubes that go into them and they connect to a computer. And he says, "This is what we like to call the auto medic. It is a device that you fill with a certain kind of fluid, which we carry. You fill it with this fluid, and it acts like the doctor for you. We specifically designed it for people who don't have their own doctors. They can install this into their ship. If you get cuts, bruises, damages, broken bones, you name it, just pop right in there for an hour or two in that solution, and you'll be right as rain."
I go up to it, put my hands on it, and just like, yes, we need you. And I look at the other guys. I'm like, we need this.
Yeah, after factoring in the generous discount you'll be giving us, how much would one of these set us back?
Well, yes, that is, of course, the one problem that most people have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me see with the discount. Let's see here. Um, Hang on. You'd be looking at just over 23 million credits.
Okay, well, we'll be going now.
Okay. Unfortunately, as mentioned before, we are humble distress call chasers. We do not have 23 million credits in our assets. Perhaps something that's a little bit more modest.
Yes, yes, of course. This is considered the top of the line. I do completely understand. Well, you're welcome to browse our other items.
Xavier will be mentally thankful now for Isaac's paramedic skill because without it, we wouldn't be able to afford any sort of competent care.
Isaac will just chuckle to himself.
Gotcha.
Right. I sent you guys a list over, basically a list of some of the things he has
Oh,
that you
sweet.
might be interested in. Give me a second. I will.
Hey, this looks a familiar setup. I like it.
Mhm.
I would like to know the make, model, and manufacturer of this
8.2.
particular pod.
The automedic.
Yes.
Sure. Give me 1 second.
Not okay. Not statistically like in game, but like something we can go over later or something like that.
Oh. It's what are they called? The Naruni, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Um,
Narumi.
Yeah, Inferno, correct me if I'm wrong on the name on that. They're very
No,
famous.
Yeah, Naruni Enterprises. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, they're
Naruni.
very famous. Yes, I
Yes,
pronounce
yes.
it Naruni too, but some people pronounce it more exotically, like Narune or some
No, no, no.
bullshit.
It's a Naruni make and model.
Um, I'm thinking of getting some jumpstart stimulants, some neuralizer antitoxins, and some spray skin.
I was looking at the exact same thing.
Yep.
Can't afford the bioregenerator.
And take 40% off of all of that too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm saying if we got the last option, we get two last options. Let's say like four antitoxins. Maybe more than four antitoxins. How about five spray skins and eight antitoxins? Enough for 2 doses apiece, and a
What
couple of jump starts in case of an emergency.
What about some IRMSSs?
He doesn't have them.
Damn it.
You have to
No.
look at You'll have to look at what Squee gave us in the chat.
Yeah, in the
Oh.
Skype chat.
Okay. Well, ignore that. Okay.
I also have one more thing I'm sending your way. Give me a second.
I'm thinking of actually including this in the recording. What do you guys think?
What?
Just
the list?
letting the people see what we're looking at.
Of course.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
No, people shouldn't see what we look at. They should only feel what we hear at.
I say as I close Pornhub. No.
Oh boy.
He was doing prostitute research.
Yes. What? I'm a GM.
Okay.
But
This
where
is
did
how-
that horse come
it's-
from?
No,
so
that's
many.
not.
It's like I guess it's a necessary skill. I'm not sure. All right. Give me one more second.
This is what we're looking at, guys.
All right. I'm just gonna send this over like this. There's a little bit of table that goes with it, but it's only if you inject this into a species it's not meant for. So we can just keep that in our mind if you need it.
Talavac. Talavac gets a special
No,
table.
no. They'll actually. This
Jellyfish
guy
people?
carries this thing I'm about to send you. He carries specific syringes for Televax race, Wolvens, and of course his humans and his race.
Hunams.
Hunams.
Hunams! I want to get medicine that doesn't work for humans. Like it gives us an allergic reaction that makes our heads turn into balloons or something.
There you go.
I'd find that hilarious.
I would too. All right, what else we got here? Something about an injector sprayer. Blood and tissue injector sprayer.
Oh,
There's
it's a
no price
BTB.
here, Squee.
Oh yes, because I didn't cut that part out. I'll just let you know.
Yeah, it's like the Star Trek. You know, put it to your neck and
Yep.
Kind of, yeah. 600 credits a dose.
So that's not bad.
With
What
a
about-
and each one comes with a disposable injector.
Oh, it
But
comes
then if
with
we
the
do that, we won't
disposable.
need a skin sprayer, really.
Yeah,
Well-
I can't see us,
Well,
waiting out.
Listen,
Yeah.
the skin sprayer heals cuts, bruises, and stuff like that, right?
yeah.
This also knits wounds instantly, so it'd be redundant, right?
Mm-hmm.
One or the other.
Yeah, I
This
thought
one,
I thought
Mhm.
one was internal, one was external, but it looks like they're the same thing.
Well, there is something to bring up note. Like if you look at it too, the blood and tissue builder, successive doses are less effective. So if you're really injured, whereas the skin sprayer doesn't really have that.
Yeah.
but it's much more limited.
Agreed.
It's
No,
physical.
I agree
movement.
completely.
Yeah.
Well, one spray can of the spray skin is like 100 credits, and it
Yeah,
holds
it's
12
nothing.
applications. So
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt.
yeah, it doesn't hurt to have like 2.
So
Around?
2 of them, okay.
Yeah. And you said how much for the BTB?
It was 600 credits per disposable dose.
Okay.
I don't know,
And
5
that's
doses
with
of
the
that.
discount?
That was with the discount, yes.
Okay. Let me actually add the other window capture.
You guys are some of the luckiest people in the world. Every time I go to my little roll random encounter chart, you guys have a ship that needs mechanics. Guess what? Mechanics. You guys are bringing medical supplies to a planet that needs it. Guess what? Traveling medical merchant.
Hey, well, you know what? My mom always said, or Xavier's mom always said, better be lucky than smart.
Very true.
All right, so I guess I'll tally up what we got here. So we might get... Okay, so let's just start at the top. What we're interested in. Jumpstart stimulants. How many of those do we want? They're 1,500 per dose.
1,500.
They typically
Comes
come
in
in
a
a
batch
batch
of
of 10,
10.
and the price is 15,000 credits per package of 10 pre-filled syringes. I say we just get a batch of 10 then.
Yeah,
that's
batch
a
of
good
10.
amount. Yeah.
Okay, 15,000. Then I'll add the discount after this. All right.
Mhm.
How many neuralizer antitoxins?
Another 5. So
Okay, great.
12,500.
Because they come in a package of 5, so
Yeah.
that's good. So 15,000 plus.
KO spray, let's get 2. So 10,000 for 2 dose. Let's see. The spray skins, let's just get 2 of them.
Plus
Also-
200.
Be sure to designate how many, if you're getting the blood tissue builders, how many of what species you're getting.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna get 2 of those, you said, Burn. Wait, the KO spray? Why do we need the KO spray?
Well, we don't have anything that'll, like, if somebody's in serious pain and they need to be knocked out, we don't have anything for that.
Xavier was saying, I have a neural stick.
All right, we can do that.
No, that's not fun. That's a painful way to knock someone out. That's fine. I just wanted to check. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're on the last... Okay, so this is the stuff on the main page without the 60% discount, right?
Wait, guys.
What?
What if I hit somebody over the head with a normal stick?
Okay, I don't have time.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to calculate shit. So before we move on to the Star Trek spray, right?
Yeah.
Let me calculate what we've got so far and add in the discount, because
I
this
think
stuff
it's
is
a
before discount, but his price is after discount, so I don't want to confuse our prices here.
Yeah, I think it's a 30% discount, Inferno. So times
He gave
everything
us a 40%
by
discount.
40%.
40%.
I know,
Okay.
I know how to work out a discount. We're good.
Okay. Okay.
And you did calibrate one for my physiology. Or have
That's
one.
that's what I'm
Okay.
working out
My
right now.
God.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, wait, we are sure that the 600 number I gave you was, they are normally 1,000, but with the discount
Yes,
they're
yes.
600. Got it.
Yes.
Good.
So, yeah. All right, and
You guys figure out how many doses of that you want to get while I calculate this.
I think because Isaac would be very foreign to Talavac's biology, I would want to get 4 of the ones for him, and then another 6 for humans. So that would be 10 total for 6,000. That's after the discount.
Lucas is actually going to be chatting with the doctor if Squee's up for a role play.
Absolutely, sure.
So he goes. So Lucas waddles up and goes, "Hey, so do you do any like on ship work? Like
Up.
do you take people on and like heal them up a bit?"
Oh. Well, some of us, yes. Many of our organization are simply merchants and runners, but a few of us are physicians. Yes. Unfortunately, I have basic skills. I could, patch you up and do a decent job of it, but I'm not going to be doing open heart surgery, if you know what I mean.
Oh, good. And Lucas is going to raise up his fairly baggy shirt with his baggy sleeve and show off a fairly nasty bruise on his chest. Got anything for this?
Oh my! Oh, yes, of course. However, did you get that?
Let's go with a bar fight.
Beat out of him.
Huh. Yes. Well, you're human, right? He looks at your clothes.
I think so.
I believe you're still in your black, right?
No, he's on his normal clothes.
Oh, even better.
Quote unquote normal clothes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll consider this one on the house, and
Thank God.
he injects a BTB into you.
How much does that go for?
Give me 1 second. I will find out because I just sent it over to you and then closed it. Let's see. 2d6 SDC or hit points, whichever you need to heal.
Oh, marvelous.
And yeah, so he'll basically take it out. It's in a little disposable injector, it looks a lot like an EpiPen. It's just a small silver cylinder, and he will press it against the bruise hard enough that it's a bit painful, and you feel a stick. And then after that, he discards it, and it immediately starts feeling better as the bruise starts to dissipate. I'm assuming you still have some damage, yes?
I have exactly 1 point of damage.
Okay. The bruise completely visibly heals. The skin itself is still a bit tender if you touch it, but it looks fine.
Oh, well, test works, guys. All the stuff is good. Thank you.
Sweet.
He nods and says, "It's the least I can do. For bringing these supplies. I'm just glad that you ran into them and not whoever did that horrible business."
Well, it's good we ran into you too. It would have been quite a trip back and forth.
Yes. Well, of course, I saw that you really liked the automedic. But I understand that it is a bit pricey. I tell you what.
Step up.
He he would nod to you, and he would hand you what looks like a business card, but it's a space business card, and
Okay.
it's like holographic. And it has on it. It says Jovial's Medical Supplies, and underneath it says excuse me. It says Choje Medical Society.
Okay.
and it has a contact information on it. And he says, if you are ever in the market for more medical supplies, I don't know if we'd be able to offer a discount again, but we most certainly could see to your needs.
Oh, good. And he's going to check to make sure that there is at least a contact number or
Yes,
frequency or whatever it is.
There's contact information. Basically, it's more of an email type contact. It's actually rather rare that people contact you like you through the phone simply because of distances.
Mhm.
So it's more of a like an extranet or email type contact. And there's actually an address. Hang on. There is an address of sorts to a medical facility on the planet called uh, Chojailing 6. Yeah, I'll just put it in Skype for you. And he says that that's their headquarters. You can go there. It's a hospital. You can go there for medical treatment and also to purchase medical items if you can't find or get a hold of one of the traveling medical ships.
Does this card have your own contact information, or is it just going to go to?
Oh no, it just goes to our society representative. I'm afraid I don't have many ways to be contacted when I'm out here traveling like this.
Okay. Well, I am very glad to have met you, and he's going to give a hearty thump on his back.
He's gonna surprisingly take it well and nod and say, "A pleasure to meet you too."
So, something. It's not really a weight off my chest, but you know the.
Yeah, of course, of course. But
I get it. Good pun.
Ah.
But of course, there is a mining colony that desperately needs these supplies. So unless there's, of course, anything I can do for you, I should get on my way.
Please.
Yeah.
Let's not
Yeah.
stop you. We're finished with our business here. Bern and I have updated our group loot and
Mhm.
taken out the required monies.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
All right, then he would bid you all a fond farewell as you travel back to your ship, and
As I leave, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna point at the machine and I'm gonna mouth to myself, "I'm going to have you."
oh my god.
Aw.
I know what he's getting for his birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna turn around and go back to the Starlight.
okay.
I think he wants to be inside of that machine.
You will be mine. Oh yes, you will be mine. All right, well, let's head back to Frontier Station. Man, we have horseshoes up our tuckuses.
Yes.
We probably won't miss our next red card thing, which is good because we need to meet up with them, see what they got, and retrieve.
I'm so happy we did that. I couldn't fathom being on a week, 2 weeks on this show.
Oh, I'm sure we would be fine.
Yeah, I know, but still.
We'd probably find more nickel.
Oh, which reminds me, did I yeah,
Yes.
Lucas, I sent you the numbers you received for the first month, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So you guys headed back to the station?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You've got about a 3-day journey back. Is there anything anyone wants to do during that time, or should we just skip ahead? Or...
Well, you know what? I think it would be perfect time for us to decide out of character and then transfer it in character on how exactly we want to handle our storefront. Don't you guys? Or no?
Well, yeah, I mean, we do have it. We might as well do something with it.
Mm-hmm. Or we can talk about the much more urgent thing, which is when we hear from these pirates again, how are we going to retrieve that data? How are we going to get aboard their ship?
All right, hang on, guys. While you guys talk about this, I'll be right back.
All right.
You know?
Well,
How does... Mm-hmm.
I guess we have to have meetup numero 2, or else we're going to
Exactly.
need to jump them, which is probably going to be a lot more messy.
That ruins the whole idea of what we got going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So meetup number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have our magic gizmo box, right? So we only have to get within 5 feet of these things, wherever Talavac set them. But since Talavac is the one who knows where he set them, and I'm sure he could tell us where he set them, but he would probably be the best one to retrieve the information as well, glide by those areas, right? Now, we can get aboard their ship and take a look at the merchandise. That's not a problem, right?
Yeah.
The problem is getting to other areas of the ship where we have the tiles. So it's almost great that we didn't go into the cockpit, because how are we going to retrieve that information?
Yeah, exactly. It would be very suspicious if we were wanting to go on the cockpit every single time.
And since I've already had a run-in with Bonnie, I don't think that I'm really allowed anywhere near that part of the ship.
Yeah.
So it'll be one of us. So I got one idea.
Yeah.
We ask him for a tour.
How will you spin it?
This is a really nice ship. Let's take a look. I don't know. I can't spin everything. I know I'm word magic, but give me a moment to think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
You know, we're friendly. We've done some business. They like us. Maybe we can ask them for a tour. Maybe. I mean, I'm up for other ideas.
Maybe I could walk around and try to look for the privy.
That makes no sense. We have a washroom on our ship.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, why didn't you take a dump in your own ship? It could be an emergency.
Look, I'm just giving ideas.
I know you are. I just thought the washroom too, but then I thought the exact same
And we're shooting holes in those ideas. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, no, I jumped on your idea pretty bad. My bad. Okay. See, the tour is a nice idea because we just passed by the area and we pushed the button in our pocket and we got no problem, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, we get a tour and we get it this time. What about next time?
Yeah, that's the problem. See that this is another thing. Hopefully we can get the information that we're looking for this time, and we won't have to worry about next time because we can just figure out a way to blow them up or something.
All right, so we just go on what we have now, and then we work with what we have, and that'll be it.
Let's just jump the first hurdle, which is retrieving this information.
Yeah, that is the first
hurdle. So what else could we do in order for us to get to these areas of the ship that Talavac planted in?
I guess asking for a tour would be
weird,
suspicious at best.
I know, but that's the only one I got. So let's keep going. Let's keep thinking, brainstorming.
The other one would be just straight up stealth.
Yes.
Where either one of two things that we can do. Either A, we go in there, distraction, sneak, get our information, go back out.
I need to get into the air. I need to get into the vent some kind of a way.
2, which is the vent idea, but a little bit different. We go outside the ship and get it there.
That's what I was thinking.
What?
Oh my God! So we distract them long enough for someone to go outside the ship, as long as there's not 5 feet between the hull and where you put the tile, which probably shouldn't be. You could retrieve the information from the exterior of the ship.
Yes.
My mind is blown.
Distractor.
My mind is blown.
What?
My mind is blown.
You're breaking up here, Chief.
My mind is blown with this idea.
I like it.
I'll have to don a suit. I'll have to get a scanner to get within range.
Question.
Does everybody or anybody have any EVA type skills?
I do. I have EVA vacuum suit. Oh, so do you, Lucas?
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Talavac?
Can you show me?
No,
No.
I don't think a crash course will be best for something like that.
Well, then someone else is going to have to do this.
I vote for Lucas then. I mean, if both Lucas and I can pilot an EVA suit, and well, it's up to you, Lucas. Do you want to be the distraction, or do you want to be the retriever?
I kind of want to be the distraction.
Here's the only problem to that.
Oh,
I'm
right, you have to
Aniston
be
the
there.
shark. I'm the
Shit.
boss.
Fine, I'll do the boring
Yeah.
thing. Just give me
I-
the thing.
Boss. Well, brief with Talavac. He'll let you know. He'll let you know exactly where he placed it, so you know where to go, right?
Yeah.
And we need to come up with some sort of small signal.
A sign language signal. Huh.
I was thinking more of a radio communication.
Yeah, I know. I just threw that out there.
Because I'm not gonna be able to see him through the ship, Tal.
I know. I was making a joke. Whatever you want to do. I mean, I can guide him along, and we can guide him along there if you want, and we can get it that way.
I think it's best if you brief him and give him in great details. We have quite a few days, right?
Yeah.
You give him details, you draw out, you map out even on a computer or something, the general outline of the ship and where you place those things, right? So he knows where to go, right?
Okay.
Here's the best thing. The last time we checked the goods, I was the talker and you and Isaac took a look at the goods.
Yeah.
We can do the exact same thing.
We
I'm the
could.
talker, you and Isaac take a look at the goods.
Mhm.
And if he asks about Rusty, Rusty's hanging on the ship. He doesn't need to be here every time we
If
trust
anybody wants me, put them on. I'll talk with them.
him. I doubt they'll need to. No, I don't think anyone wants to talk to creepy ass Rusty.
Yeah,
neither,
I
but
think
Yeah.
they
I
do.
him
I
not
think
being
you should
there.
maintain silence.
Yeah, him not being there will be a relief for a lot of the crew.
Yeah.
I can get talking with the boss, though. I can make sure we don't dock off too fast.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this on the way.
Okay, so we have a retrieval idea. That's great.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
Lay
Just
out the
be
plans.
careful
and
of
stuff.
windows. I'm assuming you heard some of that. Oh, hi, Squee.
I heard most of it. Yeah.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yes, interesting. So, okay, so you guys head back to Frontier Station.
Mhm.
When you get back to Frontier Station, you dock and you could dock in Docking Bay 6, but it's nowhere near your storefront. So again, that's up to you.
No.
No.
Okay, so $6,000 or 6,000 credits for docking, as usual. You go back to the store, and you have
Hey, Bern, did you add the money that we got from our second-rate whoring?
Mhm.
Okay, sweet. Sorry, keep going, Squee.
you have about 2 or 3 days where it's quiet. There's really no contact from anyone or anything. And then you receive a red card in your doorframe
Yay, coordinates, right?
with coordinates.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're going with our system. See, here's the big advantage.
Mhm.
Xavier doesn't want to toot his own horn, but see, we're not only are we meeting them on neutral ground, but if we did this other system, there'd be no way for us to retrieve the bugs that we put on their ship without Talavac literally sneaking on their ship while they're docked, which is so fucking risky.
Yes.
Mhm.
This is also risky. We're going to make sure they don't take off with you still attached to them, Lucas. But,
Lucas stops and goes, I think we forgot about something.
what?
They're gonna expect money, right?
Yeah.
We already paid them.
We already paid them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we
paid
already
them-
paid them
we
for
paid
their
them up
goods.
front.
Yes, so our bank
Okay.
accounts definitely show for that, Lucas.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope those people get cured of that laughing illness because it was not the cheapest thing in the world, but sometimes doing the right thing isn't the most profitable thing.
Yeah.
Besides, we'll get them in the end.
Yeah.
The
We
build
will.
up. The build up.
Yep, it makes it all the more sweeter.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know what I said, Lucas. Xavier says. I also got Sally in the end too, but we don't need to go with that. Anywho. I still have probably the impression of her. No, it's been a few days now, so her slap bruise is gone, is healed. All right, where do these coordinates head off to? Is it kind of by where the nebula is again?
It's in the nebula in a different
Yeah.
location. Yeah.
Different location in the nebula. Clever, clever. Okay.
All right. Let's lay out the schematics. I'm going to go into as much detail as I can during the trip.
Inferno, give me a sensory check when you get close.
Sweet. I'm a getting close. I'm a getting close. I'm checking my 40% chance.
Oh,
Fail by,
Okay.
I failed by 24.
All right. When you get to about just over 5,000 miles away,
Mm-hmm.
you get a blip, a familiar blip of the ship,
Uh-huh.
which yeah. So and it wasn't that you weren't looking; it just didn't show up till about just over 5,000 miles away.
It's as thick as pea soup in here.
And
You guys ever
when
had
the
pea soup? Split pea soup?
Yeah.
Is that a French thing? Oh, okay, cool. I'll shut up.
when the blip appears, you get a transmission signal,
Huh?
and Bonnie comes over. Well, ready to do some more business?
Let's make some money, Will, replies Amston the shark, as he sets up for the two ships to dock with each other again.
Okay, the two ships dock, and Bonnie says out over the intercom as you're docking, I don't know if you had anything planned, but we don't have time for parties today. Just a quick business deal.
Yeah, no, Amston says if we provided booze and whores for every single transaction, Black Metal Works would be bankrupt within a week. Let's do business. Me and my men will head over. And Xavier's not gonna rush it though. My suggestion is that we don't head over right away, right?
Mhm.
But we wait 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes isn't a huge amount of time to wait, but every single second I think is gonna count for helping Lucas out, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I say we just wait 2 minutes, let them chill for 2 minutes, and then Lucas, Isaac, and Xavier will board the ship, and
yeah.
Xavier, Isaac, and Talavac will board the ship, while Lucas, gets ready to do what Lucas do.
Yeah.
And I think I should be extra thorough and a little nitpicky on the items.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Whatever we can do to just draw things out a little bit without being overly suspicious,
Mm-hmm.
I think will be great.
Oh, I think being thorough and nitpicky is part of the job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn straight.
Plus, depending on the cargo, I can probably do a lot of things to lengthen it out.
Great.
Like if it's weapons, I can check each and every weapon.
Sure. Well, let's play it out. Let's see what we got.
Let's see what we got. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
All right. So you come over after obviously delaying a couple minutes. I'm assuming not enough to be suspicious is what you're shooting for.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
You come over. The door is open. Similar setup to last time. Pirates, lots of them, about 10 or so, just standing around, almost as if that's just where they wanted to be at the time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, for the love of God!
Wow.
No.
That cat is still on your ship, I see.
And when you come over, Bonnie says, "All right, let's do this." And he points over to the center of the cargo bay, where there is a collection of crates and containers and the like. He says,
Alright.
"This time it looks like it was one of them fancy luxury cruises. Not too much in the way of cargo, but quite a bit of valuables. You know how those rich people like to be."
Yeah, they like to be rich, and now I reckon they're quite poor, thanks to you. And Amston will gesture over to Talavac and Isaac to take a look at the goods.
Nod back and go over and hesitantly, reluctantly, just go over and look up and just do my thing.
You all notice that all eyes are on all of you at every point in time. In other words, there's always a pair of eyes on you. People are watching you, your hands. They don't seem nervous. They don't seem aggressive, but it's like you feel like there's always eyes on the back of your head.
I just
Mhm.
pretend like they're not there and do my
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
And
I have some small talk to engage in
Sure.
Amsterdam in the meantime, but I don't want to monopolize things, so switch to me whenever you want to, Squee.
okay, let's take care of the appraising first.
Okay.
You guys find, just like you said, a collection of, baubles, for lack of
Yeah.
a better term.
Jewelry.
Trinkets, bracelets,
Mm.
an actual aside pistol, but not one really worth its salt. It's more pretty in design and something that a fancy lady would have in her purse.
Not really high quality. That
High
kind of thing.
quality, yes, but not effective.
Do you need a
Hmm.
roll?
Yes,
Would you
please.
like me to use a roll?
I would like you both to roll. Yes.
All right. For
Oh yeah, nailed it.
for just a regular D100 or recognized weapon
well,
quality or
for
what?
Talavik, I know you're using your appraisal skill. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Isaac, what are you using?
Do you think recognized weapon quality would work, or should I try and find contraband?
Yes, let's go with the fine contraband. We'll do it at a penalty. Make it 20% harder.
Okay, so that would be a 28. I got a 5.
All right.
Wow.
Fantastic.
You guys kind of put your heads together, looking at the items and the myriad collection of things, and you find that actually this is a pretty decent haul. There's some nice jewelry. Whatever he hit had some nice people or rich people on it. You've got about 400,000 credits worth of stuff here.
I'm gonna use my jeweler's loop, and I'm gonna go through all the jewelry.
And just so we're clear, because we've never really covered this before, that's like the market value. That's not necessarily what you
Yeah.
think you could get when you're trying to sell hot items or anything. That's just, if you were to go to a store and buy these, it would be about 400,000.
That
Yeah.
would be the retail of these legitimate.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Or no, I'm sorry. Forgive me. That would be what you would get if you were to sell them all legitimately, not buy them.
Gotcha.
That's a big difference there. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were to sell them all, if you were to walk into a store that bought this stuff legally on the level, you owned it all, and you were to pawn it off, that's about what you could expect to get.
Well,
So the market
that's
value is really like 1.5 million, right? But if you
Right.
to sell it to
Round
someone now to fence it, obviously it's not as much, but yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna start. Put the loop to my eye and start inspecting.
Okay.
All right. Roll me a d6, Talavak.
Okie dokie.
And while he does that, we can go ahead and engage in the small talk that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Sure. Oh, Talavak got a full-on 6.
That's just going to be basically how much time before someone starts getting impatient. So you're
Gotcha.
able to waste about 6 minutes just inspecting the jewelry and
All
the
right.
items.
Well, maybe some of the small talk that Xavier will engage in will also extend some time too, right? Or leave Talavak alone, right?
Right.
So first, Xavier wants to butter up William Bonney a little bit, right? And the best way to butter someone up, make them like you, is tell a bit of a joke, right? So Xavier says, after engaging in your basic how-to-dos, he goes, so I got a bit of a story for you. After the party, last time that we met on our Enterprise, me and the men had one hell of an idea. We still had the girls for quite some time, right? And your men didn't quite wear them out completely, at least not all of them. So we got in our heads that why take these girls straight to their pimp, right? We went on a tour, a magical little whoring tour. We created this little circus theme, right? We stopped off at about 4 different ports, right? And well, we made some good money off of the flesh of others, so to speak. And you won't believe what the hell we did to our pimp when he came back, right? Big guy, built like a big shit brick house, right? Well, he gets all pissed off. He takes his bar from behind his fucking stool, right? And he bends it real slow to show how strong he is, right? How pissed off he is that he wasted his time. We kidnapped his women, right? So, Rusty, my guy, the quiet, kind of freaky guy, he simply says the words fiddly dee, and then he's on the cross-dressing pimp faster than you can say holy shit. And he's biting off his ears and his nose. I haven't heard a grown man scream so high in my entire fucking life. Suffice to say, Bob is in the fucking hospital. Rusty is on our ship. He says his stomach doesn't feel so great because of the dude he ate. Can you believe that shit?
Okay. Roll me a convince check.
No problem.
Holy fuck.
Oh, god damn it.
Man. Okay.
You're giving me a modifier? It's up to you.
Well, see, I was gonna give it to you straight, which kind of was the modifier, because this guy does not have a sense of humor.
What? Okay.
Yeah, but he says he looks at you and he nods and he says, "Sometimes violence is the best way to get a point across."
I guess. Oh, shit. Sorry, I see a lot of gems and jewels, which is great. Premier shit, but, some of these fucking rich people, right? They wear fakes because they're secretly bankrupt themselves. My man's just sorting through that shit real quick, just so we can get a good estimation, you see?
And he just nods. Let's cut to Lucas.
Good call.
Lucas.
Cue the 2001 Space Odyssey music with Lucas floating in space.
So you're going to be clomping around, and I wouldn't say clomping, but, well, kind of, I guess, in magnetic booted EVA on the outside of the ship. How have you guys discussed how Piph is going to know exactly where to go? Obviously, he'll be able to get around where he needs to be.
Okay, I didn't get the chance to elaborate enough, but while we were on our way to the nebula, I was gonna, if I had any type of drawings or any type of anything that would help me and help Lucas find out get the locations on.
Got it. I just
Yeah,
had this picture of Lucas in an EVA holding up a drawn map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a thief worth his salt would be able to case a joint and then be able to write up a picture of what it looks like from the inside from memory.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
And any information that my scanner has had, I will use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
Mhm.
With that, I'm not going to make Lucas roll for anything to find them for two reasons. One, I think that it would be fairly common sense to, if you have a detailed drawing of where they are on the inside, to get around where they need to be on the outside. Plus, you have that awesome device that you basically just get near it and keep pressing the button and it'll transfer. So I don't think that's something that's going to be complicated for Lucas to do. But I do need you to roll me a prowl check, though.
Lucas, press button.
prowl.
Button.
And give me make it 10% easier.
Okay.
Because you're in space.
Because you're outside, right?
Okay.
Bhutan.
I succeed by 12.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Ooh, thank you, 10%.
This was basically how quietly you walk in the SI ship, because you are wearing magnetic boots, and magnetics tend to clump. So
That's an urban legend.
you do a fantastic job of staying quiet. Well, not that you're quiet in space, but you understand what I'm saying. From making vibrations or noise on the inside of the ship where there's actually an atmosphere for sound.
If you saw the outside of the ship, just on the underbelly, it's just him sneaking around with his two hands, like pulling forward.
You're like a Spider-Man.
I would say that, yeah, I mean, you're able to collect the data from all 4 bugs.
Fantastic.
So after, we'll skip ahead, and I assume you'll head back to the Starluck after that?
Oh, yes. I'm most likely going to head back to the Starbuck, and while getting off my suit, I'm probably going to radio into the big man, Moneybags, and probably say something along the lines of, "Can I come in, boss?"
Nah, that's okay, Rusty. You can hang by. We're all friends in here. You just stay there and feel better. And then you'll hear Xavier give another bit of a chuckle. He'll head over to Talavac and Talavac and Isaac and say, okay, well, what do you reckon the market value of all this shit is?
400,000.
So that's if we were to sell it legit. Okay. Fence it. And he'll confer with you guys. I say we probably give this half of that, right? 200,000. So we'll split it with them, 100,000 apiece, right?
Yeah.
However you want to do it. Yeah.
Okay. So Amston the Shark will head over to his good friend William Bonney, who you'll definitely not try to kill later on, and he'll say, "All right, you weren't kidding. These rich fuckers, they had some real good gems on them. We'll take it. We'll fence it as per our agreement. Altogether, we can comfortably sell these for 200,000 credits. 50-50. We give you 100,000 right now."
Bonnie nods, and he seems kind of satisfied. He has his normally stern demeanor softens a little bit, if it can, for a man like that, and he nods and says, "Done."
Great. So, let me transfer the credits over to you.
He'll pull out his his cred stick for you to transfer it.
Do that, and he'll say, well, best of fortunes to you. Very good doing business again. You have any sort of concerns or any of that shit? You just let me know. I run a tight operation here, and I want to make sure you're happy, right? And if there's anything that we can do to make your lives a little bit easier, let me know on that as well, right? I want to be partners with you after all.
He nods and says, "We've got a fine arrangement right now.
Great.
Just keep your eye on your door."
You bet. All right. Well, sorry guys. No whores or beers today, just a whole bunch of money. Adios. Until next time. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
We'll transfer the goods over to our place and go from there. Wait till the ship departs before we talk amongst ourselves. Break character, so to speak.
Yeah. We'll wait till this. Yeah, definitely wait until at least a couple of million miles away.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey guys. While Lucas is handing over the cred stick to Xavier, if we want to slow down their business, you think they actually have like an area that they usually sweep?
Probably. They probably have some preferred hunting grounds for sure.
Well, we have at least 2 ship types, and they've probably been reported in, maybe. You think Paul could maybe heighten the security around there?
Yeah, we could throw a tip Paw's way. He hates pirates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Throw another patrol or two. That could slow him down. Yeah, definitely might get them desperate enough to need help.
Exactly. Good idea.
Very good idea. So, well, I say, guys, let's listen to see what we managed to pick up from these things.
All right, you
Yeah.
actually see Talavac excited now. He's rubbing his hands, like wanting to hear this.
All right.
Really quickly, guys, I need to go AFK. I will still be able to hear you, but I need to feed my cats, so I'll be back.
All right. Why don't we do it this way? How about you tell me which device you want to listen to, and I'll tell you if there's anything if there's nothing of interest, I'll just say you hear chatter or whatnot.
You're not
But
gonna role play what two pirates talk about?
I will role play anything that would be of value or interest, but I'm not going to role play much.
How about
What?
this?
That's bullshit.
How about this? How about we just edit and just get to the meat?
No,
That's
or
the
you guys
idea.
can
He
tell me.
wants- Yeah, well, maybe we'll do what the DM says.
Well, no. What I'm saying is like if we're listening to it, we can cut out all the all the small talk that they got and really hone in on what is important.
Right. That's
Luke,
fine.
Lucas is like, no, leave that in.
Jesus Christ! Remind me where we put the things. Mess hall, one by the.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Mess hall, crew quarters,
Cargo.
Cargo.
And
hang on,
one by his room.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
So it was the mess hall, crew quarters, cargo bay, and one by his room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go by the one by his room first.
Yeah, might as well start with that one.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much in the way of conversation. However, about an hour or so after you guys departed, according to the timestamp, you hear some noises, which sounds like Bonnie entering his room and tapping on a computer, and then making a call somewhere. And then you start hearing Bonnie's voice and a very a bit more sophisticated voice, if that's the way you want to say it.
Okay.
And they begin having a conversation. It goes something like this. Hello, Bonnie. Did you make the drop as planned? Yeah, I made it. Good. Any problems? Maybe not, but nothing that you need to worry about. Oh, do tell. Well, our new merchants, they threw us a party. A party? What kind of party? Beer, women, basically, fighting. A party. They certainly knew how to get on the men's good side. I see, and did they give a reason for this party? Well, they gave a reason, sure. Question is whether or not I believe it. They say they want to cozy up to their new business partners. Might be they do. Might be they don't. And, what gives you reason for suspicion? I caught one of them, nosing around the bridge. Don't know what he was doing. Might be just poking around, seeing what he could see. Ship was searched for bugs. Didn't find anything, but I don't trust my own mother, much less strangers. I see. Well, you know more about that than I, so I'll just leave it to you. After all, our arrangement is quite clear. You deal with the piracy, I deal with the funds. Yes, I know the deal. Good. Then you'll know who's in charge. By the way, I happened to pick up a cruise liner, about 3 days from here. Rather juicy target. Take that out first, and then maybe it's time to pay our merchants another visit. Maybe. And then the communique shuts off.
No names, okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's about all of interest you hear. Then you hear, snoring when he sleeps and stuff like that.
He needs a sleep apnea machine.
That could kill him one day.
He needs a space CPAP. Anyway.
All right, what's the next one you'd like to listen to?
I chose one. You guys can choose one.
Quarters.
Okay, quarters.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The quarters is about the same amount of time, about an hour, maybe two, and some of the crew starts retiring to their quarters, and you hear a lot of joking and talking and laughing, mostly talking about the party and how good a time it was, and how little Frankie over there got his butt beat by a man in a trench coat, and
Very tall man in a trench coat, mind you.
there is one bit of conversation that piques curiosity. It's between a couple of the crewmates, and it says, "Too bad Vector wasn't here to see it. Probably would have loved it." And one of the other crewmates goes, Vector, nah. That guy's too proper. He wouldn't degrade himself for a dirty little party like ours. Man's no true pirate." And then one of the other crewmates goes, "Shh, don't talk like that, even around us." And the first pirate, who's they're still pretty drunk by this time, goes, "Why not? Man, who is he anyway? Sure, the boss takes orders from him, and sure, he bankrolls us, and that's fantastic, gives us juicy targets, but man, I'm telling you, he ain't no pirate." And then you hear another voice, "No, I don't think he's a pirate. I think he's trained. He and his men. I mean, maybe they turned pirate, but you want my words? My thoughts? Ex-military or mercenary group or something." And then you hear, "Shh, I'm telling you, stop talking like that. If the captain hears you." Well, you saw what happened to poor Beanie. And then they're just quiet after that.
Damn it, I knew it.
See what else we got. Lucas, you choose the next one.
Oh, so we did the mess hall, right?
No.
We're doing the mess hall.
Okay.
I thought we
Nothing
just
of
did the mess
value.
hall with the men talking, but that's okay.
Nothing of value.
Any people
Oh,
directly that I could recognize by voice?
Sure. You could certainly at different points you do recognize many of the pirates, and they have lunch and they talk. But most of what you hear them talking about is actually, yeah, you do hear, and this is a few days later. You do hear them talking about the hit on the cruise ship, and they were talking, and you hear one go, "Lucitan did a beautiful job coming up right behind her, turning on its engines and guns before the ship could react, taking out those engines. It's beautiful. God, I wish I was on that ship." And you hear another one going, "Oh, please. This is where the fun is. We're the one that boards. We're the one that gets to fight. Being on the Lucitan, being out there in the cold like that, creeps me out." That's about all you hear.
What's the name of the current pirate ship, the one that we do business with?
You've never actually heard a name for it.
But it's not on the side of them?
No, it's a pirate ship.
What? They don't advertise?
No, this one does not, no.
We don't have Starluck on the side of ours either. That's just what we
What's
call
its
it.
color pattern?
Which one? The pirate ship?
Yeah, Bonnie's ship.
Lots of rust. It doesn't really have much paint on it. It did have paint at one time, but age and solar debris has kind of stripped it off to where you see streaks of black and maybe a little bit of green here and there, but mostly it's just raw metal and rust.
Yeah, he's looking for a hull breach, but, whatever. Make our jobs easier. All right, at least we got a visual of what it looks like, so.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, so there's one more left.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, almost immediately, which is the one in the cargo bay.
Yeah.
Almost immediately is things of interest. So as soon as your ship has left, so we'll say about 15 minutes, enough time for your ship to get a good deal away, you hear Bonnie's voice go, "All right, tell the Lucian to power up and come by here."
There we go.
Merchants didn't seem to pose any problem, so luckily they won't be needed this time. Beanie, And you hear, "Yes, Captain? I thought I told you to keep an eye on the bridge." "Well, I did, Captain. Really? Then tell me why one of their number was found poking around on the bridge while you were busy watching a fight." Well, Captain, no, I mean, I didn't. Let that be a lesson to the rest of you. When I give an order, I expect it to be followed. And that's all you get from that one.
Oops.
Fantastic.
Well, okay, so they're suspicious, but not enough that they don't want to do business with us.
Hey,
right?
hey, how many crew do we think is on that ship?
16, probably
About 16?
15 now.
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to do that 15 more times, and we'll have a bit of a lead.
I have a feeling between the weeks when we do business, they restock for dudes.
Damn.
We can't kill them with a paperclip, but this is what I figured out of this. By the sounds of it, they got a ship that can cloak, or at least can deal with our sensors.
Yeah.
Because they were keeping an eye on us, which is smart on them.
Well,
Makes
I
sense.
would too.
Of course, right? I mean, I suggest a new position in neutral space. They're not gonna do it without thinking they don't have an advantage, right? Okay, makes
Yeah.
sense. So we know there's at least the 2 ships, that and the Lucitin, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you giggling at?
Lucas's bunk.
What does that say? Oh, he's writing his name.
He's
That's
writing his
adorable.
name in different colors.
Of course he is. Okay.
Oh wow.
So, so they're suspicious, right? They don't like that you're poking around the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So we have. So I have a suggestion to make them feel a little bit better. I say next time that we see them, if there is a next time that we see them, Talavac, you're gonna have a couple injuries on you. We're gonna fake some injuries on you.
Oh.
I'm gonna find out what you did.
Oh no.
What?
Oh shit. Okay.
Speak.
Yeah.
If that other ship was in visual range, it might have seen Lucas.
Okay, actually, someone. Okay, Xavier, roll me. Do you have like a smuggling skill or anything that would pose for that? What would you?
I am a smuggler. Let me tell you what skills I have that assist me in that. Okay.
If you were drawing upon your knowledge of the smuggling art or pirating business, what would you want to use?
Detect ambush, detect concealment, streetwise.
Probably concealment.
I would say
ambush.
I would say detect ambush, detect concealment, detect ambush or streetwise, whichever one you prefer. I think would work best.
All right.
Isaac, you have intelligence, which you just gained, so I'd like you to roll that. So, Xavier, roll your whichever those you.
I will do detect ambush because it is better by 11.
Okay.
55% chance. Here we go, and I fucking fail.
Okay.
Isaac, do intelligence.
Bear with me. This is a brand new skill.
I understand.
This is
All right.
83.
Talavac and Lucas, do you guys have anything that might give you knowledge in the way of, or anything you feel like, make an argument, a case for anything that you feel might give you knowledge in the way of maybe pirating or smuggling works or does?
Smuggling.
So, hear me out.
Blue animals?
When you smuggle something.
Namely, let's be more specific. Piracy and how it goes down, how pirates operate.
Space is kind of like an ocean. I like to use swimming.
Space is nothing like an ocean, with the exception that the things go through it are called ship.
No, I seriously have like pretty much nothing.
All right, Talavek.
Would
Can
Lucas
I
be able
appraise
to?
the situation?
No.
Okay, that's all I got.
Would Lucas or Talavac be able to do an everyman roll?
Yeah, sure. You can certainly do. You know what? Yeah, do an unskilled roll. I don't.
I'd like to stay in character to Isaac's concern. You'd have to get really close to spot one person on the exterior of a ship. And if they got that close, we would see them. They were probably outside visual range in this fucking fog, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once they got within visual range, we'd be able to see them.
Here's another thing, too.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they have said something if they did see anything?
Yeah.
You think they'd be honest like white on rice by then?
Yeah, they'd radio in real quick and they say, oh, shit, someone's on the exterior of the ship, don't let them go.
Exactly. So I don't think they saw anything.
All right, Talavek and Lucas, if you could, go ahead and just roll me just a D100. All right. All right. Okay.
No.
All right, then.
So, that's
Considering that, yeah, we would not be standing here. We would be fighting.
Anyways, back to what we need to address, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to make them suspicious, too suspicious, right? They know what happened. They know you were on the bridge. You were caught, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's easy enough to spin that as to, you know what, my guy got a little curious. He kind of crossed some lines, and I reminded him. We reminded him. Here we discipline ourselves, right? It took a little while for him to fess up, but we figured things out, right? I can easily talk to William Bonney about that. So we can excuse that away. That's not a problem, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this is what I'm thinking of. We're learning their operation a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
We know this Vector fellow, all right? So we want to get in with him, I think, right? Because William Bonney, he's the suspicious gruff fucking type. He's practically a goon, right? He wants to kill people. He wants to make money. So he just sees us as money-making machines, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have any big plan thinking. He doesn't, do any of that shit, right? But if we can engage with this Vector guy, that's when I think we'll get more access. And that's where I think we will be able to get onto that space station.
Yeah, he is the guy that pulls the strings and makes the puppets dance.
Damn straight. So we have to make ourselves attractive to him, right?
Which is an even slipperier slope because this guy here is a killer.
Oh, they're all killers.
No, a trained killer.
Yeah, military possibly.
Yes. Which raises the stakes, of course, but as the saying goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can be trained all you want and still make mistakes. Suffice to say, he's still...
let's just not forget that, that's all.
No, I won't forget that. I won't forget who we're dealing with, right? But the point is that we have to make ourselves attractive to him, right? He's in charge of all the funds. He's obviously the tip guy. He's everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can think of two ways to impress him. Okay? The first is ballsy and violent, but quick. And the other one is subtle, and it's more like fishing, where we're going to send out a lure and see if anyone nibbles. And we're good thinking together, Xavier says. So I'll put out the first few ideas, and we'll work on that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's go with the ballsy violent one. We proved to him that we're a better pirating crew than the ones that he's got, right? And the best way to do that is to mutiny. Well, not really mutiny, but to take over their ship, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Say, you know what? These guys are small thinkers. These guys don't have any initiative. These guys are just practically yes men. And you don't need a yes man, right? You need trained, effective pirates who can work on their own, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's a whole issue of loyalty and all this other shit, right? It's risky, but it might get his attention, right? Because when it comes to pirates, there's no real, employment office for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They live on a different way of thinking. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. The lure is the lure approach is that we put out feelers, we do research on this guy, we try to identify who he was or that sort of thing, right? And we approach him with a really nice big offer, right? We give him some tips of people that he could rob, right? We give him things that he wants, right? Information that he might be interested in, or shit, I don't know.
I get the idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is all still very general speaking, though, so I'm sorry I'm
Who
not
says
being
that we
honest with
can't?
you.
Who says we can't do both?
I'm only concerned about the ex-military that you said. Military-minded people like loyalty. They give orders, and the other people follow those orders. If we kill his crew, we've killed his loyal workers. And
Yep.
we have no proof that we would be any more loyal than the people that we just killed.
Mm-hmm.
So it might not work.
Yeah, about to say you brought it up. I'm wondering why you're going back. But then again, ex-military are very, very strict. Well, military in general. No pun intended.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Maybe he wants to expand. Maybe he wants 3 ships instead of 2. You know?
Maybe.
Fuck.
Maybe we should try and just go back and dig up some information on this guy before we figure something out.
I think some intel on who we're getting involved with.
Oh,
you wanted to say something?
Oh shit. Okay. Squee, I'd like to make a roll.
Okay.
That ship name, the
Lucitan.
I would like to see if that ship is legendary by lore, galaxy, and alien.
I have that too.
Wow.
Sure, you can both roll it.
Okay.
I failed by 30.
I succeeded by 23.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's see. You succeeded by a lot. Okay.
Over half my roll.
Yes. Okay. So you have heard of this ship before, and give me a second while I try and figure something out real quick. Yes. Okay. So I gotta look up a little bit of info real quick. Right. You have heard of a ship called the Lucian that was famous for being a pirate ship. However, not anywhere in this area. It was famous for being a pirate ship over in the Transgalactic Empire. And it was known as Lucian the Ghost. And when you think back on the stories you heard, people used to say that the ship would pop up out of nowhere and hit engines from behind. And you remember an old sea dog, an old smuggler talking once when you heard one of these stories in a bar, and he was saying, I know how they do it. They power down all their systems, see, everything, life support, engines, weapons, all of it. So there ain't no trace on it. Ain't nothing to pick up on sensors. Then they hide, about 100 kilometers out, just enough so that if you're in a cloud or behind some debris, you can't be seen. Then you power up, bam, like that. By the time they read you on the sensors, you're already launching long-range missiles into their engines. It's easy, but it takes some balls to sit in a ship with no life support.
Xavier communicates all this to his teammates.
Yeah.
You know what's
Well-
funny when you do something like that? You're in a really vulnerable situation, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it
I
like-
just thought what you were saying. That's a good plan. But we just have to figure out where it is. Or the next place
Yeah.
to strike. Which we may have a general area, maybe.
Well,
Don't
we
we
know
still-
where we meet.
Don't we still have those probes we can use?
We sure as shit do.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. We have 20 of them.
We can find him while he's sitting on the crapper.
So
That's
with our
oddly
next
specific, but I
meeting,
like it.
Mm-hmm.
so he always gives us a time and coordinates, right? So we show up early, we probe the entire area,
Mm-hmm.
we strike the Lucitan, then we strike our good friends, our good trading partners.
Yeah.
Then we see if their little starbase has any other ships around it.
Mhm.
Cripple, disarm, and then eliminate.
Maybe.
Maybe.
The only question is, would we be striking too soon? I don't.
Well,
Well,
The longer that we do this,
I just
the
really
more
wish I knew.
the more uncomfortable I am with this entire thing, because a lot of the things that we are starting to get into doing is very close to piracy. Like, oh, let's just give you some targets and tell you exactly how to deal with them.
They would have been fake targets,
Well,
Isaac. I wasn't going to give them real people. Alright? You could lure them into ambush, but no. See, we've done 2 transactions already, and everything's gone pretty smooth. Alright?
Yeah.
Wish I knew how suspicious they were about Talavac beforehand, or he could have showed up with injuries, but that's my mistake. It was clear they were suspicious because he caught you, but we didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
why
Slipped
don't
our
we
minds.
just maybe we can set the probes and we can just see what they can do.
Nah, Talavac, it won't work right now. He changes where he's going to meet us in this cloud. They don't repeat the exact same area.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we'll have to show up early, and I mean super early. Set
Mhm.
probes, leave space, then enter again
Yeah.
to simulate us showing up. But
Also, it's worthy to note that Talavac was able to get a full diagnostic of their entire ship. Not the Lucitan, but the other one.
so I guess the question is this. Are we comfortable taking out these 2 ships without having any idea what's going on in that station of theirs?
Well,
Without any
as
backup
long
either.
as it's not noted that we are the ship attacking them, all it will do will probably slow down piracy and give us more time without needing to sell or obtain more items.
Here's the only other problem. Once they find out that both their ships are done after meeting with these guys from Black Metal Works, don't you think we'll be #1 suspects?
Yeah.
And I can't talk my way out of that shit.
No.
What's why are we taking out the other one, that one we were buying from?
Because how are we going to take out the Lucitan without them knowing?
Well, doesn't the Lucitan attack on their own, or is it like a pack thing?
It's a pack thing.
It's a pack
It's
thing.
observing us while we're doing the deal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were gonna set up a thing where they're going to strike next. Okay, so
No.
what we're gonna do? Okay.
Oh, so you telling me that this creeping ship is following our creeping ship?
Yeah.
No.
When we have our meetings, that's what it's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if we strike during the meeting, we can take them out one at a time, but like I said, it will out us instantaneously. So I suggest we put this idea in the pocket. We have knowledge that they don't know. They still think they'll have the upper hand, which is fine, right? The thing is that we want to dismantle this entire operation. We want to get all of what they have. We want everything that's inside that star dock and everything that's in both those ships. The only way to do that is, we agreed, was this kind of long con. So, I mean, all sorts of stuff can happen once you're on a star base. You know, engines can fail. You know, breaches can be made. Explosive decompression is a very horrible thing. We can cause some serious damage once we infiltrate that area. But I don't think we're there yet, guys.
No, I think we're factually further than we think we are.
A lot further.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. We're clever. We can think this through.
Yeah. Well, they have an entire deactivated ship somewhere.
Okay. I'm up with Isaac's idea. Let's try to find some more information on this Vector guy. And let's see. Okay, he has men that were ex-military, right? Maybe we find out what kind of military, right? Maybe we find some contacts about them, right? Let's look at this from a business perspective. We here at Black Metal Works wants to do the best in the business, right? We're great fences. Would we be happy with these little tiny offerings of one ship's cargo every week or two? No. We want constant inventory. We want the big supply. We're big players. We find information about Vector and we try to approach him directly as Black Metalworks, saying, hey, listen, I know you're trying to test this out and that's fine, but let's not fuck around, right? William Bonney is completely different from this Vector guy, right? And I think my style of talking is more effective to a guy like him compared to a guy like William Bonney.
He doesn't have much charisma as you do.
No, like I said, he's a rough around the edges thug who robs to get money. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about the big picture, right? He got confused when I came up with a partnership of me making him more money. Like, what kind of dullard does that? I bet you Vector wouldn't have been like that at all. Now let's get some more information on this Vector guy. See if we can't reach out. It's like, you know, we're going over the middleman, right? We're taking the initiative, but not in the way of killing all of his crew. We're taking the initiative because we want to make more money and we want them to make more money. We want to expand.
Reach an agreement, a partnership, perhaps.
Yeah. After all, I keep bragging that we've had a setup in 7 different systems.
Can I get that audio from you guys?
Yeah, it's right there.
Thank you.
By the way, if you guys want me to repeat anything or whatnot, I can.
Nah, I was taking notes. I'm good.
Right. Oh, I completely forgot about my plus sign because you guys went off in a cool direction. I didn't want to interrupt your brainstorming, so we will say when your brainstorming's over, let me know. Or when you come to a stop.
I think it's over.
Okay.
I think it's over.
Okay. We'll say this actually interrupted the end of your session. You were all sitting there talking. You get a hail on the ship.
I ran to the cockpit and opened up the frequency.
It's Bonnie.
Yeah, Bonnie?
We need a mechanic. We need a capacitor with the specifications I'm sending to you. And we need you at this place tomorrow.
All right. We'll get it done. Go get it done, Bobby.
And he just disconnects. You are sent over specs, though, for a capacitor. It is a rather large capacitor. This is the type of capacitor that's not used for ships. It's used for stations. Now, it can fit on your ship, but it's much bigger than what a ship would use.
They need a mechanic to go over to their station. Remember when I said opportunities would present themselves, Lucas? Isaac. What's my character's name? Xavier says smugly.
You yanked the words right out of my throat. I was just about to say that.
Wait, how much time do we have till the
Day?
drop-off? Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can go. No, we can't. We can't go that way. I don't want to go that way.
What way? Heart? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I suggest no. See, you guys got all uppity at me.
Yeah.
That was before we got to a pirate base.
Oh shit!
Okay.
That just reminded me. We still have that USB stick.
What USB stick?
Remember when we took Heart the first time and Pa gave us a USB stick for when shit hits the fan?
Uh-huh.
Well, what if we were to get to the pirate base and then insert the USB stick, which broadcasts a signal, and certain companies that know that they would get paid handsomely come and deal with trouble, right?
Yeah, at a cost to us. Okay. Yeah.
It's an option.
Where you're going. It's an option. See, I see this as this is an opportunity, and once again, we can take it this a violent way or a sneaky way.
Yeah.
The sneaky way is we use this as an opportunity to ferry them over to the base, right?
Mm-hmm.
And go to the base and maybe meet the big guy himself, right? Because we've helped them out of a jam.
Mm-hmm.
So we play it safe and we use it as an opportunity. Or we play it violent and realize that if they don't have any fucking power on their station, it's going to be a whole lot easier to take.
Yeah, that is true.
We could do this in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
We don't show up with an engine. We don't show up with a mechanic. We just lay a trap for when their ships are going to come and meet us, right? We take care of the one that's vulnerable without its life support first.
That monkey on our back, yes.
Exactly. Then we take care of Bonnie's ship. Then we float our sexy asses, or we wait. We wait. We float our asses over to that station. We keep an eye out. We wait till they make a move because they get desperate because they're without power, right? And then we strike.
We're literally holding their balls in our hand.
We could also, once we take care of those two ships, you're right. Maybe we do get an engine. Maybe we do help them at a very high cost to themselves. Because, see, without power, they're completely fucked for, like, life support and everything else.
Yeah.
People are going to be dropping like flies.
Just so you guys know, your characters would know this. This kind of capacitor does definitely produce power. It would take more than this capacitor to power an entire station.
Entire station, yeah. See, that's the thing. So now I'm thinking maybe the first option, the street cred approach, might be better. Unless we have other perspectives, and there definitely are, thanks to you guys having different brains than I have.
What if we were to go to Heart to make a capacitor that will overload, and then just hire a mechanic to put it in?
Oh my god, sabotage them? Give them a
nuclear
word,
core.
bomb. Oh my god.
Give them a core.
Because this lone capacitor won't power the full station, maybe when this blows and overloads, it'll overload the rest of it.
That's a good idea. What were you thinking, Piffy?
Something similar to that.
Oh,
No, that's actually better than the one I like. I was thinking of bringing something additional, but having it as the capacitor. The only problem would be that it would be very easy to point at the new thing that was put in to the thing that was the problem if something does go awry.
yeah,
You
that
know,
is true.
we could always use this as a Trojan horse. We could sneak people inside the capacitor.
Inside of the
Get
box
onto
where the
station
capacitor
that
is.
way. I don't know how we leave the station, but that's a great way to infiltrate.
Yeah, an exit strategy is something that I would like to have.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame you. It's a silly idea, but it's kind of funny. Trojan horse, Trojan capacitor, you know? Okay.
I like the comparison, but yeah.
But I do like the sabotage idea. Except, once again, it will blow our cover. We gave them a shitty capacitor. They will blame us.
Yeah, they will.
We just have to make sure the capacitor is a hard enough hit that essentially we have won a battle with it.
You know what? Let's go back to Frontier Station. Let's find out more information about Vector, and let's just talk to Hart and see if such a thing is even fucking possible.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go talk to Hart about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going. I'm sick of that.
Loop. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I think that'll be our plan first, Squee, before we plan too much other shit.
Okay. All right, so you guys head back to I almost said Trojan Station. Thank you.
Yay!
Frontier Station.
Welcome, bitch.
And you land. So I assume you're going to be split into two groups. One looking for info on Vector, the other one talking to Hart.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to do what?
Oh, I want to brainstorm with Hart.
Okay.
I say, how about Isaac, since it was Isaac's idea, Isaac and Lucas go talk to Hart, while me and Talvac try to dig up as much information on this Vector guy. Maybe I take the street route while Talvac takes the data route.
Yeah, the tech route. That sounds good.
Okay. All right. So let's do the street and tech route first.
Okay.
Trying to find the information on Vector.
Okay.
All right. Both of you roll me Inferno, your streetwise, David, your tech, and give me a. Okay, well I was gonna say give me a minus 20 penalty, so harder.
Oh, okay. So I got 75, so I failed.
All right.
Yeah.
What exactly am I rolling again?
Inferno, in the sake of fairness, roll it again for me because I didn't actually list the bonus.
Adding the percentage doesn't change the outcome of the dice, dude. But if you want to roll again, I'll do it. If you're gonna give me a free roll, I'm not gonna say no. But adding the percentage.
That's true. That's true. Well, no, here's why I want you to roll again because when you had rolled, I hadn't fully decided on what percentage to add. So go ahead and do the roll again. Yeah, for my sanity.
So I just add 20. No, wait. Streetwise, is it that high now? My streetwise is 44.
Oh,
All right, and same thing, Talvik. Roll your skill, but make it harder by 20.
What skill?
What skill were you planning on using?
I didn't say I was going to use a skill. I got computer skills. I can get
right.
on...
Well, you were going to look for him, right? That would generally require some form of skill. So let's say you're going to use you're trying to go the tech route, so use your computer operation skill.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Alrighty. Here we go. Oh wow!
Nice.
Wow!
Yay! You went on to the deep web and.
What is your computer operation skill?
65.
65.
So 29 out of 65. So that's better than 36.
Okay, so you succeeded by a lot. All right. right. Give me a second. I have to think. Xavier, unfortunately, you don't find. No one's even heard of a vector.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right. Televac.
Am I on the ship on a computer, or am I somewhere else?
No, I would assume you'd be
here.
Yeah, anywhere you want, but anywhere where there's the extranet, or I don't know if it's called the extranet. I played way too much Mass Effect. The space internet.
Okay. Well, if it's on the ship, I'll just stay there.
All right. I really gotta think of what you would know, because that was a damn good roll, and it was something really hard.
Right. Can I take this opportunity to take a small break?
Sure. Actually, that'll give me time to think. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's take a small break.
All right, no problem.
Same here.
Everybody's gonna take a break. Take a break, people.
No. God, no.
Fine. Jeez. I was gonna take out my steel drums and everything. God. You're such a party pooper.
That's where Lucas stews. He poops at parties.
I figured that would be what Rusty does. Not Lucas.
No.
Oh.
He wouldn't poop.
You wouldn't poop at parties? So anyways, I'm liking this setup with OBS. And actually streaming. This is my first time actually streaming.
I'm glad that's working well.
Yeah. I have
I'm
to
glad
set my...
that I got my name on my bed.
Yeah. In rainbow colors.
He's so happy about it.
Yeah. You can tell. Here, I'll even zoom in if I can. Yeah. I'll zoom in. Look at how happy he is. He's so happy. He's so happy.
I wish I could see what y'all are talking about.
You can see what we're talking about.
Where? Oh, we.
We're talking about this right here on the map.
See the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's just small on my screen right now. I gotta zoom in.
Okay. Fine.
God, just shoot, man.
God, how dare you?
I have a gun.
Holy shit.
And I have a need.
Shooby-dee-bop.
Hello.
Jay's got a gun.
Hello.
Oh my God, what is happening? Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry, did I miss something?
My Firefox is lagging so hard. Oh,
You don't have to sound so happy about it.
I'm not happy. It's disgusting. Anyways, we were talking about, party poopers and taking breaks, and the fact that this is my first time actually streaming with OBS, and it's going well.
Nice.
Well,
Well
that's
done.
good news.
Yeah.
Well done, OBS. Well done.
Luke is so happy.
I love that. A very colorful name. I like that.
Mm-hmm. I also think for Sunday I'll have the chat in my backup recording as well for you.
Okay, cool.
And I think I'm going to get the overlay from Kriana on Sunday as well.
Here's the one thing I was thinking about with the chat. Here's the one problem.
Mm-hmm.
With the overlay, it's already kind of a small window. If we add the chat in there too, will it be too small? I'll have to play around with it.
Yeah, I might end up just showing 3 or 4 messages in chat and having it at the top corner or something, instead of it taking up a good section of the screen. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, no, honestly, we could always just have it replace the dice rolls, but people want to see that.
Yeah, people want to see the dice rolls.
We'll see. I'll play around with it.
Yeah, I'll fiddle around with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
There might be
No,
also a way to make it transparent. And if I can do that, I'll I'll like have the chat over like a small portion of the screen on the actual game mat. You know what I mean?
I can make the window transparent, but not the way you would think.
Yeah. I need to make I need to figure out a way to get the background of the chat to be like green or blue. That way OBS can get rid of the green or blue. Like green screening it, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh.
All right, roll call. We have the GM, we have Isaac, we have Lucas. Talavac, are you here?
I am.
We have Xavier as well, so that is the entire party. Let's get back right into this, shall we?
Okay, game show host Burn.
I like being a game show host. Horst? Horst? Horst.
I like to solve the puzzle.
Is it? Lucas is awesome.
Okay, so here's what you find, Talavac. In the dark, dark corners of the web, after about 3 hours of searching for Vector.
Beyond pornography.
Yeah. Not just that. Beyond the advertisements that pop up.
I got 2 windows. Never mind. Go ahead.
Pornography. You start to see rumors about a Vector, and these are rumors that are shared among illegal websites. The kind of we have a similar thing today where they call it the deep web, where you can use it for drug deals and things like that. You managed to kind of tap into that. You managed to tap into that, and you hear rumors of Vector, and all the rumors are similar in one regard and incredibly different in another. They're similar in the regard that all seem to agree that Vector runs some sort of pirating outfit that focuses on military or other heavily armed vehicles. The thing that confuses you, that no one can seem to agree on and even argue over, is where. Vector seems to be simultaneously operating out of the Transgalactic Empire, several places in the CCW, even a few places in the Warlock territory of control. No one can seem to pin down where this Vector is, and they disagree on it. And you can't find much more information than that because there's just not any. It's a very, very secretive. This is the best you could have dug up.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Is that okay?
Sure.
Just because it's not my character looking into this, right? But I'm curious as a player. All these people who are interested in Vector, do any of them identify themselves somehow? Any sort of governmental organization or anything like that?
No, not at all.
He's popular though, and we know where one of his secret bases are. That itself, I bet, is worth a lot of money to the right person.
Yeah.
But we want it for ourselves. Okay.
All right.
Okay. With that done, let's do Heart's little interaction.
Yeah.
So when you guys get to Heart's shop, you hear noises coming from the back room that you saw the flies in last time. The one that's actually rather well organized in her workshop. You go into her workshop and you see her welding. She's wearing welding glasses, her same dirty overalls, and she's welding a very intricate, shiny-looking metal flute.
Let's see, should I get close to the blowtorch or not?
Yeah, she has not noticed you.
She's... Well... I don't want to scare her. This is a horrible puzzle. Alright, I will try to approach her.
Okay. nothing's going to stop you from approaching her. So
I
try
hope she doesn't burn me.
Okay. How would you like to get her attention? We'll just do it that way.
All right. I'm going to use a spell.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm going to use Red Nose.
What is that?
It illuminates in a red glow on my nose a ball, similar to a clan nose or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Of course.
He had a very shiny nose.
Okay. Noticing a red glare, Hart will look around and see you and drop the blowtorch as she starts clapping.
My character bows.
She goes, Lucas. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. That's amazing. I think I finished your flute.
You're kidding me.
She shakes her head and she turns off the blowtorch, which is just kind of wildly hanging. She turns it off and she picks up a flute that looks like a rather ordinary metal flute, except that the very last I don't know what you call them, but the thing you press your finger on to press down over a hole.
Oh.
I don't know what it would be called, but you know what I'm talking about.
On normal flutes, you just put your finger over the hole.
No, this one is more like a modern one that has the little buttons.
Oh, like a saxophone.
Or an actual flute.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or an actual flute. You're thinking of a recorder, Piph.
Oh, I was thinking of the sideways flute where you.
Well, yeah, there are sideways flutes that are made out of wood and stuff that are just the holes, but the ones you see in symphonies and all that have like little buttons.
Yeah,
right.
Nice.
Okay.
The last little button is red. And she says, "Okay, try it out. Play a song, and whatever you do, the last note, use the red one."
All right. I'm going to play a spry, jaunty tune.
Okay.
As long as it's jaunty.
Yeah.
I succeed by 44.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's a fairly nice jaunty tune.
Yes, it is. You play the tune, and then do you do as she asked, like on the last?
Absolutely.
Okay. When you press the red button, Isaac, roll me a save against non-lethal poison. Basically roll 16 or above.
Walls, you shocked yourself to death, Walls.
No, Isaac, not Lucas.
Yeah.
Oh, lulz, you shocked Isaac to death, lulz.
Hold on. My Firefox is freaking its shit.
Save versus Firefox.
Yes, apparently.
Roll 18 or higher, apparently.
It's 18 or higher?
No, against
16,
Firefox.
16.
Against Firefox, I was crashing like crazy. It's
Oh.
Roll. No, it's against Poison. It's 16.
Yeah. Someone else is going to have to roll it for me.
I'll do it for you. I
Okay.
love you.
Roll 1d20 plus 2.
You got a 1.
Whoa!
I'm not allowed to roll for you anymore.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Isaac,
What is anything?
Isaac, you double over and vomit. You're suddenly incredibly nauseous, to the point where it's hard to keep standing. You double over. You literally vomit onto the floor, and Hart does the same. Lucas, you feel fine.
For the record, I'd like to say that I almost all actions I do cause Burns' characters to vomit, or at least I vomit on him.
Wow.
I'm going to try to figure out if my character knows what just happened. He is actually fairly well versed in music, so what do I have to roll to understand what happened?
Well, you roll your ability to play a musical instrument. We'll just use that as your musical theory skill.
Any musical instrument, or just the flute itself?
Use the best one, because this is really just music in general.
Okay,
I
you
know
succeed.
exactly what happened.
You do know that there are certain tones beyond the hearing range for most species, that these tones are of a certain frequency and type that when they are played, the people who hear them get incredibly nauseous.
So it's like the brown note, but it's puke. So it's like the green note,
Kind of, yeah.
It's the chunky note. The chunky note.
the yellow
It
chunky
has a
green
very
note.
distinct sound when everyone throws up at the end.
And you hear Hart on the ground going, "Okay, probably should have thought that through, but it works." She sounds
What
like
the hell was
incredibly
that?
happy.
I'm glad I didn't go.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, just to explain, sound frequency, certain sounds make you do things. This one makes you vomit.
Okay, please don't do that near me again. Please.
Noted, but no promises.
God.
Right,
Hard?
but we came here for the thank you. How much is this?
She looks up and she goes, all of a sudden, I don't think I want it anymore.
I'll take it.
She's like, just put it away.
He pulls out his suitcase and actually puts it into the rest of the normal ones pour out, but he's actually going to put this one in the top section of the guitar case that seems to actually grasp the flute. And put back all the flutes back into the the suitcase and close it back up. Guitar case, excuse me.
Okay. She stands up and she goes, "Okay, so what were you here for?"
Still with his big glowing nose, you see a stupefied face for a few seconds. Right, the thing, right.
Hold on. I'll Hart, do you have anything to drink?
I got some gum. You want gum?
No.
Hart looks around and she goes,
Like water or something.
I got a canteen of water. Do you want a canteen of water?
she says, "I have an eye flusher," and she points to, like, have you ever seen, like, in a mechanics or science lab, there's
Yeah,
like
you
a
got those
wand
two
with the
balls
eyes.
with the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You notice
is
each
it-
time Lucas offers something, he's actually pulling out of his pack and like having it out in front of him.
Oh, just give me the water. He's gonna reach out for the canteen.
All right, Lucas is not going to resist or feign anything.
Isaac is going to take a swig, swish it around,
Roll save
and...
again.
No.
No. Why don't you roll save or get out of my fucking
acid
roleplay? Let me do what I want.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, it's
My
fine.
mega damage acid.
So angry.
Yeah.
All right. She goes, "Okay, so, hi, let me start again. Hi, Lucas. Hi, Isaac."
Isaac is gonna offer the canteen to her.
She's gonna chug it down.
Okay.
What brings you here?
We need something to be built.
No offense. As he gets back to the canteen, I'm just going to water this off because rather not have the rub taste on this. And he's going to start like pouring the eye flusher thing over the mouth of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Here's the schematics. We were contacted by somebody that wants this made. Now, we want it to be specially designed, if you can do it.
She looks at it. Well, that's a standard capacitor for any sort of station. It would take me weeks to build one. There's plenty around you can find.
Okay. I know there's a way to overload circuits. Because I know basic electronic type deal stuff.
She nods like you just said lungs are for breathing.
I want a capacitor that looks like this, and it'll point to the schematic, that will guaranteed to overload. And by overload, I mean overload itself and possibly others.
Lucas is gonna go like, "That's a cool idea. Here's a even neater one. See that thing over there? It might look like that, but at the same time, what if it was a bomb, huh? Yeah?
What?
She goes, okay, wait. So, do you want this thing to explode or overload? Because those are two different things.
Exploder load.
She goes, no, wait, never mind. Look, let me ask a more important question. Does it need to work for a certain period of time? Or do you just want it to go boom?
Not immediately. We want it to work for a few days at least, maybe a week.
Then I can't make it explode. Could I make it overload? No,
Possibly.
anything I do, it would overload very quickly. Wait, what if I gave it a feedback loop? If I did a feedback loop and then I did this, I might be able to last And she starts like she's not. For all she's concerned, you're not even there right now. She's just thinking to herself.
Mm-hmm.
And then after about 5 minutes, unless you stop her, she will look up and she'll go, "Oh, you're still here. Yes, maybe. It would be hard. I doubt many people could do it, but I could give you a day."
We need a day. That's what the thing that we need is a day.
No, I mean I can make it run for a day and then it will short out any capacitor near it. This baby, I mean, I guess it depends on the size of the station. What size of the station are we talking about?
My character is gonna try to compare it to the station we're currently on.
It's much smaller than the station you're currently on. This station is about the station you're looking at is about 200 meters. So think like 2 football fields long. This station's like a small city.
So like a fourth?
Oh God, no! More like an eighth, maybe, or less.
This station like Lucas would be like 6 to 8. Like that's how he's explaining the size because he does not know anything about this.
Well, I can put it this way: a Frontier Station can hold around 60,000 people. The station, the pirate station, can comfortably hold about 200.
Okay. So probably like maybe half. Like a 12th of its size or something.
She goes 12. That's a small. So you mean like an outpost?
Lucas puts up his hands.
Outpost, a small space station designed to new areas of settlement. Very small, few hundred people. Minimum
yeah, one of those.
Huh. I could make this overload.
And wait, there was something weird with their generator, if I recall correctly. Out of character, I can't remember specifically what it was, but it was a special kind of like ion drive or something like that.
Right. The scans that Xavier picked up was that someone had jerry-rigged a fusion power source into a station that normally is an atomic power source.
Yeah, and I'll mention that to her.
She nods and she goes, "Oh, well, no, wait, that's different. Okay. Depending on where this is, Okay, here's what I could do. If I gave it, and she starts going into a very technical explanation.
Can I roll to see if I can keep up?
Sure.
Okay, I'll make a skill roll for basic electronics. Do you think I would like have a
You're
penalty?
Gonna have a -30 penalty.
-30. So I have to roll a 34 or lower. I fail by 34.
Yeah, she's going into extremely advanced stuff.
Yeah.
But she goes, and after what she says, and then it would run for about a day. Then it would short out itself and the fusion drive. Now, I can't, there's no way I can make it short out the emergency backup batteries, which means that it would still have some power, but nowhere near full capacity.
Lucas has actually like kind of walked up kind of next to her and started like kind of doing similar gestures like her and also kind of like sort of mouthing with her, trying to think what he's gonna say.
No wonder I couldn't keep up with her.
Yeah, yeah, blame Lucas.
Yeah, thanks
She
for
says,
blaming.
that's the best I could do. There's no way I could knock out the backup batteries. They're not even active until the fusion generator kicks out. But I could take out the fusion generator, which would mean that they'd have minimal power. They wouldn't be able to run all their systems. They'd have to pick and choose.
Which would very likely be life support.
She kind of like thinks about it. She says, I suppose, depending on your priorities, sure. I would like to breathe.
Yeah. Do you think with their backup in that small of a station, would they have enough power to run life support and shields for very long?
She thinks about it. She says, assuming it has the normal, what you would normally find on a station like that, they could run life support, they could run shields, or they could run weapons. I doubt they could do both. I don't know if they could run sensors at all. Maybe at reduced capacity, but I'd say they'd probably have to choose between shields or weapons, or run both at, say, half capacity, perhaps.
Wow. And how long do you think the batteries would last?
Oh, well, they're atomic batteries, so
forever.
20 years or so? How patient are you?
Not very patient.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is the best option that we can go with. How long will it take for you to jury rig this?
Oh gosh, well, I have a capacitor like this in the junkyard somewhere. Maybe. How quick do you need it?
Out of character, when did we need to meet them again?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I will
goes,
tell her that.
She goes, whew, 24 hours for it to be done right, 12 hours for me to do a good job, but not a perfect one. And she pauses for a second and says, unless I got some help. There's a mechanic I know that could help me on the station, though he's not cheap. But with his help, I could probably get it done in 6 hours.
I think that's something that we should probably talk to the rest of the group about.
She nods. And so out of character, basically 12 hours by herself, she can do a pretty good job of it. 6 hours with the help, and she could do... I'm sorry, 6 hours with help, she could do a pretty good job of it. 12 hours with help, she can almost perfect it. You know what I mean? Make it great. 12 hours by herself, pretty good job. 24 hours by herself, perfect.
So do we want to go forward with this plan?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. It's good. It makes the station vulnerable, right? But this is like a one fell swoop that we have to do, right? And we have to think about the logistics of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we give. It has to be installed before we strike these guys, right?
Yeah. And it'll last a day.
So here's the thing. We know where they're going to meet us. But after that, we don't know where they're going to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, we give them the generator or whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. And they disappear and they install it. Within a day,
we have to install it.
We have to supply.
He said we could maybe convince him to bring the mechanic.
No, he told us to bring a mechanic.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, but I have a feeling they're not going to take us to the ship. I think I could talk them and convince them to do that. But shit. I don't know, guys. It's a lot of combat. You know, I mean, like if we were just gonna go all guns blazing and attack two ships in the starbase at once, then why didn't we do it off the get-go? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
This is the sort of espionage type deal.
Well, hmm. We can take out the base for the most part. We don't know where the other ships are going to be. They may be there, maybe not. And if they are there, we have a
yeah.
cloak, so probably not going to have us get noticed for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
The large stealthy one will not probably be stealth or turned off during this. So they're either going to be out doing something or they're on.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up the other big thing. The whole reason is that we do not know who is on that outpost. We do not know if there are innocent people there or kids there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we even talking about attacking it when we don't even know what's inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just
cheaper
get the
route.
capacitor
Mm-hmm.
and
I,
work it out from there, I guess.
Yeah, my suggestion is we get the capacitor, we get a mechanic, we get what they want. We convince them that there's not enough time for us to transfer our mechanic. Like we can say the mechanic knows us, the mechanic doesn't know you, right? There's not enough time for us to transfer this capacitor all the way onto your ship. Just take us there. It might be a good chance to get some good graces with them and maybe get ourselves inside of the starbase. We take a look around. We find out if it's filled with fucking pirates or if they got little families in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we figure out a way to blow the fuck out of them, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I want to kill these pirates. I want to kill these pirates and take all their stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to kill innocent people.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds coming from Xavier.
My other worry
Mm-hmm.
is that we're going to let a lot more raids go through.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? If we didn't do anything, okay, you know what, guys? We have another option still.
Mm.
We have a whole other option. We'd be cutting our fucking losses like crazy. We spent more money now than what we did, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can just tell Paul their location and be done with it too. I don't like that idea, but if our group is starting to get cold feet on this, right? But I think we can get this done. Just I like the sabotage idea,
But we don't have
is there a
enough
way?
information.
Yeah, we don't have enough information. Unless we can ask Hart if there's a trigger, like if there's a switch we can put on it. You know? Like say we go there to install this thing, right? We case the place out, we're like, "Oh no, these are all scumbags." We flip the switch for it to overload, right?
Yeah.
We go there to install it and we find out, "Oh god, there's some kids in here." Okay, well we don't flip the switch to overload.
Right. We have
Yeah.
the control over that. Yeah.
If there's a switch option, I say we can go both ways then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the switch option. If we can get a hands on that,
Yeah.
then we would even have a better chance of actually taking down everyone if we are going to do this by ourselves, because we already know the other ship is turned off. We know where all the ships are. We know that one of them's off, and we have a base that we can then take down after these two.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, and in order to address the whole cold feet thing, it's the classic like spy thing or deep undercover thing. Like how deep is too deep, and that's what we're struggling with morally right now.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's not beat ourselves up too much. We were all willing to do a suicide attack against 16 men if they were going to attack a merchant ship.
Yeah.
So I think our moral compass is just fine. As odd as that sounds from a bunch of gray guys, morally gray guys, right? But they're things that we're just not going to do as a group, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's be honest with us. If we weren't here, those pirates were still going to hit that medical ship, and no one was going to get that medicine.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
We can't. We're deep undercover. Yes, we're pretending to be fences for these guys, but with the objective of destroying them.
Yeah.
So maybe that helps us sleep a little bit easier at night.
Yeah. Squee?
Yes.
Narratively, would we be able to communicate this bit about a switch to Heart?
Sure. You could call her up on the communique or go over your choice, and she would say, "Oh, a switch, a way to activate it or turn it off." Well, I can't just put an actual switch on it. That'd be silly. But maybe some way to send a signal to it to overload. But oh man, it's so complex. Man, if only I had one of those universal data collector things, but they're so rare.
Yeah. That's the only way.
Facts. But we would be able to do it remotely, which is pretty handy.
Would you be cannibalizing this data collector?
She goes, I wouldn't be feeding it to another one, no.
No, I mean, would you be ripping it apart and taking the parts and putting it into this?
No. No, I would use it to trigger it.
Oh, we have one of those.
Oh, yeah, we have one of those. It's really good, too.
Yeah, it's really nifty.
Yeah, it's legendary.
Yeah, we got
legendary.
it. We got it for like 20 grand. It was great.
Well, if you have one of those, sure. Normally, the signal that has to be sent is too complex for normal sensors to send, but that thing's high tech. Yeah, I could set it up so that it runs fine until you trigger it to overload, but the problem with that is I wouldn't be able to give you a day. It would overload almost instantaneously.
That's fine. What would be the range on it?
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, if those universal devices are usually about 5 feet, but this is a big thing.
Yeah.
You'd have to be within, say, 600 feet?
So, docked.
Well, I suppose you could fly really close.
Close? Yeah, you sure could.
As soon as we're leaving and undocking, we press the button and just start moving. And it starts to,
No, I'm liking this. I say we tell her all full speed ahead, and we hire this mechanic for 2 jobs. 1, to assist her, and 2, to assist her for 2 hours, and 2, to install this thing.
Ooh. Just as to make as most defenses about, I don't like things going wrong. How about if we get a third mechanic who doesn't know that this thing's trapped?
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. 1 to install the device, 1 to just teleport. Great. Guys, I'm liking this. We're sowing seeds to these pirates' destruction, right?
Yeah.
We're learning information about them. Now they can't ambush us anymore, right? We know when the, let me look it up, the Lucitan is vulnerable, right? Now we're sabotaging their base. This will work. This will work. We're sowing seeds to their destruction.
Yeah. Here we were thinking that, oh shit, we're getting no progress, and we are getting a lot of progress.
Yep, you're right. It's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
This is good. This is great.
How much will it be to hire the dude for the 6 or 12 hours?
I'll give you a group. For the capacitor, for Heart, for the mechanic, and for labor, you're looking at about 150,000.
Done.
Right. For a mechanic to do a remote job, to install a capacitor, 7,000 plus food.
Okay. The best thing is that these guys aren't going to expect that we're going to do this for free. We'll probably make some of this money back.
Yep.
Yeah. And Xavier will do his talking thing to our good friend William Body.
Yeah.
We're a business, dude. This isn't free stuff.
Yeah, of course not. We're providing you a service.
How much was the capacitor?
150, he said.
Well,
the
just the
capacitor by
capacitor itself. Yeah.
About 100,000. So 50,000 of it was labor and hiring the extra mechanic.
How about this? Now this is another whole buttery up type of deal. What if we say, remember, we're partners. This was 100 grand. We'll split the difference.
Sure, we could work that way. We can use that as a card, as a bargaining chip to get onto that station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
Because you could be like, listen, we can be partners and we can split the price, right? But you also have to treat us like partners. We have to go to your base and install this. Our guy just knows us. He doesn't know you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I should point out that it's 100,000 because it was hearts. Normally, these things run for much more. I mean, it's a station capacitor.
Yeah.
Oh, we can.
But it's hard. She loves you guys, so.
What? Yeah. What is the
We can
normal
make a
price?
profit
Because we
on it.
can have
Yeah, we
that
can.
as our quote.
Exactly.
Give me 1 second. You can ask around, and you'd find that this thing is normally around 300,000.
Perfect. Well, we break even for even just getting half of it.
Yeah.
Plus good cred. Plus
They're gonna-
Talavac. Plus when we meet them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Talavac's gonna show up with some fake sores on him.
Yep.
They're gonna pay us to kill him.
Yeah,
They're
paying
gonna
us to
pay us
sabotage
for
their own
this.
stuff. They're gonna pay us.
They're gonna
How
pay
you're
us.
having a blast about this.
Oh my god, this is so good.
This is, you know what? This is almost more satisfying than if we just out and out attack them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's actually thought out. It's not
It's
brute
like
force.
slowly putting
Yes.
our arm around their shoulder and then just stabbing them in the back. Just letting that knife go right in between the ribs and just walking away.
It's like them paying us for the knife too.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Please, sir, could you stab me in the back when you get an opportunity?
Sure! It'll be my pleasure.
I'm just gonna tie my shoes. Can you hold my knife for me? Do.
Oh man. Okay, so then you mark the credits off your group loot if you haven't already.
I've already
Actually,
done that.
Also, can you send me a link to your group loot sometime?
Yeah.
I have one to
I keep-
ours, but not.
I keep linking you all of these things, sir.
I know, and I'm gonna be honest with you. That's probably a trend that will never grow old.
God dang it, Squee.
Well, he'll grow old. He'll just die.
Right. Same
There.
No.
We
I
we
appreciate it.
currently right now owe Pa 99,900,000. We currently have 1,740,780.
Sure do.
Yeah.
All right. You mark the credits off. True to the word. Hart and another mechanic who you've never met before, but that she gets along with friendly. He's an elderly gentleman, gray stubbly beard. Says his name is Peter. They get the job done. It actually takes them about 7 hours. But Hart says that she says it's beautiful. That universal data collector you have, like I said, get about 600 feet. Press this button now. Here's the important thing.
Mm-hmm.
This data collector only works to trigger this thing now. Once you're done with whatever it is you're doing, you'll have to bring it back to me so that I can repurpose it again.
Great. Not a problem.
So when you're within 600 feet and you want this baby to go, press that red button.
Wonderful. Can do. Pikachu.
Don't press the. Oh, that button.
No button pressing for you, Lucas.
As far as the other mechanic, it's fairly easy to find mechanics looking for work, especially around Frontier. Not Frontier. What's the? Oh gosh, what's the bar? I've already forgotten my name.
The
My bar.
Explorer.
Explorer. Thank you. I was thinking the Excursionist because of your name selection.
You know, we should have just named our ship. No, I like the Starluck. If we get
Yeah,
second
I
ship,
like
we'll call it
Starluck better.
Excursionist.
It's easy enough to find mechanics looking for work at the Explorer. You find one that has decent references. Who, according to his resume, he can certainly install capacitors. He says, it'll be a 2-day job, 7,000 credits, and you pay me my meals.
Deal.
He says, "All right. When do you need me?"
In about 18 hours.
Okay, then. And he holds out his
17
hand.
hours.
"My name's Seamus. I'll be there in 17 hours. 16 hours.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great, Seamus. Yeah. This will be great. Fun, easy, simple install job.
Yeah. Just in and out really quickly.
Yep.
Yep.
And we'll be with you every step of the way, too.
He nods and says, "Okay. Try
It's
not
on
to
a
get in the way."
it's
No,
on a
sorry,
small outpost.
It's a term of phrase.
I get it. I understand. All right. I will see you in 16 hours. And he kind of like eyes Xavier a little bit as he walks away.
Xavier smiles.
And then that's it. And then he'll will show up at the appointed time when you guys are ready to go there.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
So really, the plan is just to get on. Okay, we should also unload all of our all these gems and shit.
Yeah.
I
There's
guess we
no
could
way
store
that
them right now, but we could sell them.
you see there's no way that I can see where we can actually get them back to their original owners without doing some grunt work.
Exactly, and not only that, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be hard to do. We can't unsteal them. And here's let's bring it down to brass tacks. When we kill all these pirates and gut their station and take all their stuff, do you think they all lawfully paid for it all anyway?
No.
We're just gonna make best of a bad situation, and that's what we're gonna do with these gems. These aren't medical necessary antibiotics. They're jewels from rich people.
Yeah.
And no kids are gonna die if we.
Exactly. No one's gonna die when we sell these.
Yep.
So there's that. Although I say we'll maybe focus on selling these at a later date.
Yeah.
I think we have other things to prepare for.
I totally agree on that.
Okay.
Because I'm not particularly against selling the gems, but it would definitely not paint us in a very good light if it was pointed back towards us.
Can't we load them off at the shop?
Oh, we can.
Yeah.
From there, I don't know how secure it is, though. God knows he didn't. It might be actually safer to have it in our. Oh shit. Where is it safe to store these things? Right now, I think it's safest trying to keep them on the ship. Honestly.
Yeah, in some of those like little nooks and crannies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can work on that.
Yeah.
How would I
can
do
divide it up.
concealment? Yeah, I can spread it amongst areas of the ship here that aren't clear.
See,
for sure.
That's the good thing about having a slider. You have all these nooks and crannies and shit.
Yep,
That's great.
That's why I love this baby.
Yep.
For many reasons. Also because she's fast as shit and has a cloaking device.
Yep.
I love the Starluck.
Yep.
So that's why I'm going to spend the hours that's not resting or eating. Squee is hiding our booty.
Okay. You have obviously several. The ship would need some modifications to be a real good smuggler ship.
Yeah, of course.
But there's still plenty of little nooks and crannies. Do you want to diversify it? A little bit here, a little bit there?
Of course, yeah. Because that's a great practice for a smuggler. Because if one cache gets found, then you're not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Okay. So here's what you do. You right now the ship has, for example, some ventilation grates that are can be unscrewed and screwed back in easily. A little bit of storage space here that's easily overlooked. The only thing is, with the way the ship is now, these are nice smuggling spots that will pass most casual inspection. However, you do know that the people like checkpoints and people who
they're gonna be more thorough.
They know these ins and outs. You're not going to fool them, but you will fool casual.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to be really careful and not. We have to stay in either frontier space until this whole thing is resolved. We go outside and we might hit checkpoints.
Yeah.
And that'll be tricky to explain.
would you say one of those nooks would be in Lucas's room?
No, I don't want to go inside your room. I don't want to
Alright.
actually go inside anyone's room if that's okay by them.
Yeah, that's
Privacy.
fine.
Unless you want me to go inside your room. Do you want me to go inside your
I've
room?
been up to things.
Let's you know what? You know what? For the sake of roleplay,
Mhm.
let's say Xavier's at least casing out the entire place. You know, a lot more carefully than our first inspection of the ship before we bought
Oh,
it.
sure, like
Yeah.
looking for the cubby holes.
Yeah,
stuff.
and let's say while I'm doing that, I knock on Lucas's room
Mhm.
to see if he's inside and if I can take a look around.
The door is actually kind of open, and when you knock on it, it swivels open a bit,
Uh-huh.
and
And what do
you
I see?
actually hear a like the you hear like conversations you heard when listening over the recordings.
Surveillance. Okay, so there's surveillance recordings. Okay.
Um, you Lucas then goes over to the door, opens it wide. Hello, Savior, and you see behind him
Uh-huh. I'm just
the
okay.
wall.
The what?
The wall behind Lucas,
Uh-huh.
absolutely plastered with pieces of paper,
Uh-huh.
attached to the wall with
Mhm.
crayons, and it looks like kind of like a web chart behind him.
Okay. Okay. And Xavier's gonna tilt his head a little bit in a curious way and be like, "Hey, Lucas, I just wanted to see if there's want to just case this place a little bit, try to see if there's any, loose floorboards or anything like that. What you got over there?"
Oh, the papers? Oh,
Yeah.
just brainstorming a bit.
Uh,
Um,
I overheard our recordings. Are you reviewing the footage?
that. How's this sound? And he's going to turn off the recording and clear
Uh-huh.
his throat,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to try to sound like um
Like who?
the
Vector?
no, one of the lesser crewmen uh
Oh.
who seem to be like don't talk about that guy or whatever, like
Okay, yeah.
basically the
I know who you're
gruffer
talking
one.
about. Okay. Holy shit.
And I
Oh!
sound precisely like him to
Uh,
a T.
with that, Xavier is going to raise both eyebrows and he'll say, "Holy shit."
You like it? I've still need to study a bit more to get it a bit more accurate. Uh, that one was pretty good. Yeah, I'll try to.
Yeah. Yeah, you sounded just like him. Holy shit, I didn't know you could imitate voices. Do you have any idea how handy that is? Holy fuck.
You
Xavier
telling me?
says.
I had to imitate my mom plenty of times.
Uh,
Anywho,
okay. Xavier's gonna enter through the door and wander over to the paper-filled backdrop that you have with the crayons. So is it crayons that are taped onto pieces of paper and strings attached to them?
no, it's actually crayon drawing. Um,
Okay.
and you'll see in the middle of the web chart it says Keytar.
And what's this? Xavier asks as he traces over the words guitar in crayon.
Um, that that was I was brainstorming ways of getting a particular keytar. Actually, that's actually one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about one day.
Uh-huh.
Either one of two things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Big Jim?
I know a few gyms. Some of them are bigger than others. I have to double check with some contacts. The name doesn't completely ring a bell right now, but yeah, understand we're in a different mind frame.
All right. Yeah, I'll ask about it later, I guess, when we have more time. Um,
Mm.
and do we get paid for this? Like, are we? Is there like a wage thing going on?
Oh, oh shit. I guess good point. Um, I just assumed we're all in the company together. right? So we any money, any profit that we make, we would all kind of use. But you're right. I guess we could always just split our take 4 ways. So, well, how about this? How about I suggest this to you? Once we take down these pirates and we really make our big score, and Paul gets his cut, then we split it 4 ways. We split whatever we get 4 ways.
I'm,
Seem fair?
yeah, I'm pretty good with most things. I just I didn't know if I was in on the whole
Yeah.
lump of money thing.
Oh, of course you were, Lucas.
Okay.
That was the whole point of recruiting you, having you come on board with the rest of us. Is we wanted our own our own operation, but shit, I got so wrapped up with everything, I kind of forgot about that. Um, so yeah, of course. Are you good to wait until these pirates meet their watery grave, so to speak?
I can wait. I can go through other avenues. And if you glance over,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that it goes to is I'll just go out a few varieties of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Guitar chip is one of them.
Uh-huh.
Um, Bets, uh,
Uh-huh.
insanity,
Uh-huh.
high with a question mark,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
laughter,
Uh-huh.
gun for sale,
Uh-huh.
and trick.
Oh, okay. Okay. Xavier kind of glazes his eyes over those words.
And
Is
way
this a
down,
map inside of your mind, Lucas?
it's more to keep my mind a bit more straight. This big Jim. I know he's the key, but nobody knows who he is.
Okay,
It's
all
driving me
right, all
nuts.
right, all right. Chill out, chill out. Well, who is this Big Jim?
He's
You don't know?
he's the shopkeeper
Oh,
of not the shopkeeper, the shop owner of
okay.
the person who owns the keytar. If I got more information about him, I might get a discount or I might get him into a bet or something, but I don't know who or where he is.
Well, I mean, I know a lot of people. When we get back on Frontier, I'll ask around for you, Lucas, if that's what you want. Yeah.
Otherwise, this thing you see this? And he like freaking like points over to one of the bubbles, and
Mm-hmm.
it's 100,000 credits with an exclamation point on it. That's a lot.
Holy shit, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just piecing this together. You want to get a keytar from Big Jim for 100,000 credits?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get a
What the
lower
fuck
price
is
or
this thing
something.
made out of? Platinum?
I I'm unsure.
Also, what's a keytar?
It is it's kind of like a guitar, not to be confused as a guitar, the blade. Anyway, um, a keytar is basically a shaped keyboard that you can kind of press all the keys like it's a guitar, but right at the top there's this kind of touchpad that you can actually kind of wane it and do different
Uh,
notes like a guitar.
so it's an instrument.
Yes.
Wow. Are they rare?
Uh,
They must be for
rarer
that
than
price.
most things.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. This is just my instinct kicking in. Yeah, we'll talk about this later. I'm not really seeing anything. I think I got a good eyeball of the layout of your room, Xavier says, wide-eyed. I'll leave you to your planning and your practicing. And once again, Lucas, you are probably one of the weirdest guys I know, but you're also someone that I just can't predict what we'll do next, and that can be both terrifying and incredibly advantageous. So, uh, I guess just keep being you, Xavier says as he scratches his head as he leaves your room.
You notice that he's still like staring at the papers, rattling his fingers on his lip, going, "Yeah, yeah."
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
As he's
So
walking away.
yeah, pretty much, pretty
Yeah.
much, and he'll probably drift over to Talavac or Isaac or both at some point and
You're gonna go into
inform
my
them
room?
on. No, I'm not gonna go inside your room.
Damn.
I can. This is like, I can if you. Okay, I'll knock on your
Okay,
door.
mine is gonna be really simple and might be a bit might freak you out a bit.
Oh,
So you knock on the door, and the door is just gonna open on its own.
There's
uh-huh.
Big Bob.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
going to see Isaac on the floor,
Uh,
sitting down with
uh,
um, kind of cross-legged, with a few candles around him, and
mhm,
in front of him is an open case about 5 feet long, 1 foot deep, and 2 foot across, and you can see all of his guns neatly packed into foam, save for one, which is
uh-huh.
floating about a foot away from him, currently being cleaned by a brush, but
Uh-huh.
nobody's touching
Yeah,
it. It's just floating
yeah,
in
it's
midair.
floating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isaac, I mean, sorry, Isaac. Xavier's going to rub the bridge in his nose, and he's gonna say, "Is this a bad time?"
He's Isaac's gonna look up, and both of the brush and the gun will float down. No, what's up?
See, you know what's funny is that I was just about to come in here first to see if there's any place that we can hide some of our newfound loot. But I also want to tell you something that I found out about Lucas. But then I see this, and now I'm just speechless. What can I say? I've known you guys for a few weeks now, and you're constantly surprising me. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but is that magic that you're doing, or is that more of the mind type stuff?
That's with my mind.
You're
Here for the
psychic.
next line. Next room. It's magic. Ugh.
No.
Oh Jesus! Get over it.
So, okay, all right. So you're psychic. That's good. That's handy. That's great.
Mhm.
I just thought you were a big tough guy with a lot of guns, but hey, now you know you can do stuff with your brain.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything to my brain, have you?
No, no, no. I can't do that. Most of my stuff
Uh-huh.
is either healing or gun
Flipping.
based.
Uh-huh. Or flipping my fucking coins, you asshole.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry about that. I just really
I
wanted
didn't
that
know that. I
outcome.
don't know that in character.
Yeah.
Anywho, so you're not sorry, you asshole. Okay, all right, okay. Is it okay if I take a look around here real quick?
Yeah. He will get up and um snuff out the candles and walk out so that Xavier can take a look.
All right, Xavier takes a look. He'll say, our friend Lucas there is one hell of an imitator when it comes to a voice. He's been studying the recordings, and you know that gruff guy who's talking about not to fuck with, Willem Bonnie? He sounds identical to him. So, for whatever we have planned, I reckon that's going to be very handy.
Mhm.
Um, Great. And you know what? Just for the sake of making it a 3 out of 3, Xavier, before we wrap up, because I know you're tired, David,
Yeah.
Xavier's going to just knock on your door and ask the same thing, but I don't know if there's anything you want to roleplay or not.
I have a question for the GM.
Uh-huh.
What is the growth rate on these plants?
Ooh. Pretty good actually. They grow about a foot a day.
Okay, I say enter,
I enter.
and you're hit in the face with vines.
Oh, jeez. As I brush the vines out of my face and spit, I'm gonna say, oh, Talavac, I was hoping you were gonna be the least weird out of the last few encounters I've had, but what is holy shit? We've
Yeah.
just had this ship for a little while. How the hell? Anyways, um, I just wanted to take a look around and see if there was a place where I could hide some of our newly gained items. Uh, I gotta say, the leaves actually are a pretty good cover. Where the fuck did you get these things?
I got them on when we were at the mining facility, Noble
Mobile
City.
station? Oh
Hmm.
shit.
Yeah. You'll notice that just about every square inch of his place is sprawling and crawling with vines and big elephant-eared leaves, and he's laying on his bed, which is covered in those leaves, and he's just got his hands behind his back, and he's just got a smile on his face, and he's finding it lovely.
Well, Xavier says, cautiously picking his next words, I guess if our oxygen supply ever runs out, we can all just run into your room and have these leaves do their own business. Um,
Mm.
I can see why you spend so much time in here, I suppose. Uh, these plants aren't poisonous, are they?
Just don't eat them.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Um, good. Uh, you know what? I don't think I can. I think you have your own room covered, so I don't need to do any sort of. I don't even think I could get to the floor at this point. So, as Xavier kind of shifts his feet, walking on leaves.
He's
So
like,
I'll just. Oh, shit. That reminds me.
mm-hmm.
First of all, did you know Isaac was a psychic?
Oh, no, I never really bothered to even find out about that.
Okay. So number one, Isaac's a psychic. So there's that. And two, Lucas uh, can change his voice to sound like other people. He just did an impersonation of one of the pirates that was like spot fucking on. So I just thought you should know that.
He,
Um,
he actually gets up and sits up. He's like, he impersonated him perfectly?
to a T, dude. To a T.
Oh my. You realize the advantages of this.
Extremely. Especially compared to what we have planned. It'll be great.
Oh, I'll lay back down, put my hands behind my back again, look up at the ceiling. Lucas, my boy, you never cease to amaze.
Yeah, that's true. So, just out of curiosity, I know we're still kind of in the getting to know you phase. We're all still new associates to each other. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't burst into flames at will. I don't have a hidden mutation, right? I don't know magic. I'm just what I am. So, is there anything you would like to tell me? Is there like something? Does your tail fall off or something like that?
Uh,
Um,
well, our race does have tails,
yes.
but from my penalty for the crime in my colony, it was removed.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I didn't know. And Xavier's gonna be like, I was just, oh, um,
No, it's
all
okay.
right.
I mean, it was my fault. I brought that upon myself. I just never had a chance to really talk about it before.
Ah, oh, okay. I understand that. Well, I think I'll be going.
So,
Awkward.
just out of
Yeah.
so to end the session because I think this would be good.
Yeah.
After, if Xavier went back to his own room, what would we see?
See, Xavier is, I guess, not as unique as the rest of the fellows. He likes to keep his. He has some really nice sheets on his bed, right? Very clean, very proper. He has a really nice light, but most of what his room has, in fact, what's covering the north wall, is a large wardrobe. He took most of his clothes with him onto the station, right? There's a full-length mirror so he can, check out his outfit and to check himself out as well, right? But it would be decorated like the sheets and a few of the other knickknacks would be decorated mostly in blacks and reds. And he does like nice stuff, right? So he probably would have like silk sheets or some other really high quality fabrics. And that's probably about it. He doesn't spend a ton of time in his room. Yet. Ho ho ho.
Haha.
So, I guess we can go ahead and end the session there. It's a good place to
Yeah.
end it.
Okay.
Not Not on a
just-
cliffhanger like usual, but you know,
Yeah.
it
Actually,
was nice.
I just love the concept of he goes to each room and then goes to his own, kind of just sits down and it's like, what am I?
I'm the most normal person here. No,
What have I
think
gotten
that he,
myself
like,
into?
I like to think that he takes out his credit chip and he tries to make it levitate with his mind, but it just doesn't work. It's like, damn, I'm
Alright,
just
so-
me.
We'll see you guys next session.
All right. You have a good one.
I love that. Does Lucas really have a web on his wall to find the guy who owns the guitar?
He has a logic web. You know those ones where there's like
yeah.
a
Like
Conspiracy
when a detective
theories.
is a serial murderer, yeah.
All right.
yeah, that's what he has on his wall.
For not for anything. I mean, for the guy who owns a music store.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, that's genius.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna stop the recording. You guys have a good time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Love you.